Hi, welcome back to Gamescape 3D. Today we're going to do a speed paint.
Yo, Elderon.
One of our little
You
peasant
get
houses.
it's a double header. I'm doing a session 0 for some new players at 7, and then we're doing the Gygax magazines at 8. So it's a double header. So you get to see how the broth is made here.
3 minutes into it so far. We got the base.
How are you?
We got the roof, and then we have a few smaller.
Hopefully you can hear me.
I have flat boards here for the loft, and then I got a little.
Yeah, so we got Jason Elliott on at 8.
Parts there.
And it will be on at 8 as well. We'll run that 8 to 9. Thank you, Strager here. 8 to 9. 30. We'll do that. So good.
Lastly,
yeah, I always wanted to do this, and I was lucky. Jason was kind enough to say he'd come on too. I mean, he was the editor, so we'll find out some of the dirt, some of the cool stories.
In terms of prepping the models, sometimes these
this is such this is such a short notice group that I thought I'd have more time for. So you're all going to get to see this. What I do when I do my session 0 is normally on a Monday. Hey, Kurt, but this would be cool.
A little off. You know, you might need to clean it out.
Good to see you.
You can use a drill bit. 5/64 is the size.
Just waiting for people to come on. I know Coco is running a hair late.
Those holes.
So the CTS. We're gonna do giveaways for both streams. So, and I'll just stop at this. Like when we're done this, I'll stop this. Give me two minutes to just get to the right XSplit broadcaster screen. Background thing for Legends and Lore, and I'll restart it up. So. It'll be quick. Roughly that'll be 7:50, 7:55. Something like that. Maybe earlier. So. Yeah, I know.
So we got those holes cleaned out. Should be plenty of room now for our filament.
Fun times. Busy week, man, with the Super Bowl coming up and just
the first thing I'm going to be doing is applying brown onto the timber.
Too much. Too much.
I'm going to use a pretty good sized brush. I don't care.
It's all good. I appreciate you all being on.
Everywhere for this first part. In fact, it's preferred. So there's my brown again. Kind of on the lighter side of a mid-tone.
That was
I don't want to use so much.
That was a weird response on the.
I'm filling in the details, of course. And if some of the black primer comes through, that's all the better.
All right, Streamlabs is acting wonky.
Don't want to waste your time creating an even
good. It looks like it's down.
It'll actually take away from it in the end, and
that's rare.
Just a waste of time.
Yeah, it's down. The sight's down.
Do make sure you kind of hit the tops and the bottoms of your timbers. Okay. Don't just paint the face of these things, because you're not going to be coming back later to hit these sides.
There we go.
Kind of the last time they should be getting painted.
Bizarre world.
Have to come back in to do a little touch up. Okay. See, I'm just kind of going at it.
Hey, Matt.
No special
hey, how's it going,
yo. How are you?
Keep the wood color.
Oh, a wee bit tired. Otherwise, I'm fine. How about you?
Another day in paradise here.
Nice.
I'm happy.
Right at work.
What's that?
Right at work. Getting it done. Nice.
Yeah, man. Just always something going on. Streamlabs. My Streamlabs is down. I can't get up on. There it goes. Let's see if I can log in finally. It wasn't working.
Saturated a little bit.
Strange stuff. I was trying to set the giveaway up. So Coco's running a hair late. She got stuck in work, but Korg will be on, and then.
Oh, you're live.
People can I'm always. We talk over ads. They're just sponsor ads.
All good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same way.
Just Gamescape, Jeremy.
The key is really different.
All good. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kind of create a little bit of your.
Here, I'll go to Twirler Games. Hello.
In the end.
Heyo.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm great. What are we working on?
Oh, that's Jeremy from Troller Games. He's doing a speed paint on his latest, one of his latest monthly things from his Patreon. One of my sponsors.
FYI, Jill, we are live right now.
Yes, you can say. You can say. Fuck. You can say whatever you want.
Jay is live doing this painting while we're like sort of gathering in.
Yeah, it's all. I always run my sponsor ads.
We're not on stream. Everyone can hear us.
Right,
Hello,
that's all they see
everybody.
there. Gonna go over to Troller Games ad now. Plus, I got a giveaway for Troller coming up for this.
Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh, did we?
Just while we're
cool.
in background here, what?
The smell
I
of
feel bad. Whatever was going on with your post there.
Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, it's always someone or something, you know.
Sorry to hear it.
All right, here's what we're doing.
It's nothing involving me.
Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago.
It's just, you know, hearing through the grapevine of friends getting hurt from people being inappropriate and unprofessional.
You know? Sorry to hear it.
Plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights
But
and the dead rising from their graves. And
hopefully you only find professionalism here.
A veteran zombie slayer.
For the most part, we had some fun though. Hey, Korg.
I'm necessarily always professional anyway.
Howdy.
So Korg, meet Matt and Jillian.
I have the right tools for the job.
Korg the Mighty. Some of the most unique characters that have ever appeared in my playing. So yeah, he's does a good job. And we're on such short notice. I asked Korg, and he was like, "Yep, I'm in."
No worries.
Let's do it. Another chaotic character creation. Oh, sign me up.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So what time is it? All right, we got a couple minutes still. Yeah, exclamation point drawing. Everyone, giveaways going. So, thank you.
Yeah. Ooh, I still need to use my code that you gave me.
Yeah, that's up top, man. You still got that. What's it? $25 from Troller, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, for being a guest on the show.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Always a good thing.
I pinned it. Yeah, just in case. Perfect. I pinned it in our chat.
So everyone who's hopping on, note if Legends Lore will be at 8, we're gonna be on for this like till at the most 7:50. I'll just stop stream, restart up. Jason Elliott, our guest, will be on, and Nana, my co-host, will be on at that time too. So Coco is running late. She got stuck in work, and she's never late for anything. So I know it's real late. She's always on. I already got her character done, so we got that done already.
The castle takes shape.
Which is cool.
Zagig will test the enduring.
All right.
Those unlucky will never.
Appreciate you all coming on.
Now, Jillian and Matt, is this your guys' first time playing 22?
Yeah.
See, that's.
This is gonna be fun.
Yep. This isn't the one with Thaco, is it?
Of course it is, but I calculate everything. You don't even need to worry about it, right, Korg?
I want to know how it works. I'm so curious.
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing it since I was like 11, 12 years old, so it's like...
I mean, I also started when I was like 13, but obviously it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
When you were 13,
I think I started...
Still 5th. No.
I think I started at 4th edition or 3rd or 4th. I can't remember which one it was at this point. It's been so long. And I think the first time someone hands you a D&D character sheet, I don't know about you, but I was not immediately like, what's the history of this game that I'm playing? I was like, oh my god, there's so much going on this character sheet. How do I play this game?
Yeah, the internet didn't have as many resources back then, too, to be like, here's everything from all the older editions.
Well, you'll get one of my custom ones here with portrait and everything, so I use
I was
Portrait
looking at the
Workshop.
Greyhawk guides before to see if I might want to play Cleric. I was looking at some of the ones I already know that, you know, just tend to transfer to Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
And where, like,
Robert, that is Jillian's voice there. We are very lucky here. It's gonna be a fun one. Let's see, thanks, Dale.
Bobby Tables? That's Bobby Tables.
Bobby!
Hey, Geek
It's
Dice.
my phlegmy as hell voice because I'm still getting over shit.
Me too. Woof.
My son had a stomach bug earlier in the week. That was fun, let me tell you. Oh.
It's been going around.
Yeah, we had a flu for a week and a half.
One of my very close friends is a nurse in ICU, and so she always tells me when shit's on the rise, and flu is everywhere in the States right now.
Yeah. Definitely. So once again, all you Legends and Lore grognards, hey, Geek Dice, it's good to see you. I hope Stella's doing well. Only seen her on Table Story. I haven't talked to her lately. Geek Dice is Stella Luna's dad. It's good to see everyone. All right, let's hop in here. Say Coco's never late, but she's stuck in traffic, so from her job. Yeah, good to hear, man. Good to hear. I appreciate you coming on. This will be a fun. How the soup is made here.
Jay is very new player friendly. He'll take care of a lot of the more like complex rolls and calculations early on.
Bust it out, man. Bust it out. Yeah, it's in there too. So it's a great Mike Schley map in there.
That's
Mike,
us.
yes.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
hey.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Good evening. So, I know a lot of you don't read ads, but we're doing a double header stream here. We're going to run this for about 50 minutes. A new session 0 for a game we're going to do Saturday from noon to 4. We got some great guests, and we'll have everyone introduce themselves. Coco, who you know as generally as a regular, she'll be on shortly too. She's running a little late, and then we'll have Legends of Lore with Jason Elliott on at 8, and Anna as well. So let's introduce everyone. Let's go to our regular here. Everyone knows Korg the Mighty, so go for it, Korg.
Hi there, everybody. Korg the Mighty. Typically on this channel, I'm a part of the two adventuring parties, Nuclear Meat and Bone Baddies. I've been playing on this channel for about 1.5 years by this point, so it's been a wild ride so far, and I'm going to be getting to design a new character tonight, which I'm always excited about. But yeah. Anything else to mention, Jay?
No, just I'm going to link everyone's channel in as you talk. I got all the links all set, so we're good. Excellent.
Cool.
And
amazing.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming on, Korg. And Korg will be at GaryCon this year, so everyone who's going to GaryCon will get to meet him in person. So it'll be awesome.
And is it 2 drink minimum that I'm playing with?
Yeah, no, you're playing with Slav Squad. I have the 2 drink minimum logo on shirt right here. Yes, I have that on. That is Ed Greenwood's group. So Korg is great, absolutely wonderful. So I appreciate you coming on. Ladies first for new ones. Jillian, welcome.
Oh my God. Hello. Hi. My name is Jillian Foxglove. I am a professional cosplayer and content creator across the internet, but I have delved into the world of TTRPG within the past 1.5 years. I've been playing since I was about 13 years old. And I just recently became a DM for the first time. So
awesome.
I'm super excited to play old school D&D. This is going to be fun.
And when you're talking about old school D&D, yes, I am old. I'm old as dirt. So yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll get to those jokes because they'll be popping up all over the place. But yeah, thank you for coming on. And the playmat is back as he was on during our last DM's roundtable. So welcome back, Matt.
Oh yeah. I got to be a D-Gen with my Canadian pal, Ed Greenwood. Hi, folks.
Yeah.
I'm the Playmat. I'm a professional game master, performer, and tabletop content creator. I mostly run D&D 5e and Vampire the Masquerade. I'm just a big fan of roleplay in general. I have a background in musical theater and acting, and I like storytelling. I'm also a big fan of mechanics, and so I'm really excited to see where a lot of the mechanics that I work on come from, and kind of going back in time. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm really happy to be here, and excited that we're going to do some charity this weekend. So that's going to be super cool.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, you can check me and Jillian out on my channel Saturday night. I'm doing a fantasy cocktail and cooking stream. I used to work as a bartender, and so I made fantasy themed cocktails. One of them is going to be called the Fairy Fire, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Jillian's going to cook with me. It's going to be a good time.
Fantastic.
Come hang out.
I'm going to decide last minute, like every ADHD person in the world.
And it's going to be amazing because you're too talented. So.
And when Coco's here, hey Courtney.
Hi. So I'll probably be muted. I don't want to be sniffling and coughing at everybody.
Are you sick again? Oh no!
Yeah, I've got a sinus infection.
Oh my gosh!
My immune system hates me.
Well,
I can never have a break.
Well, hang in there.
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Because we got 1 of 4 done. So we got one done. We did Courtney's ahead of time, save time. So yes. All right.
Give more spotlight to the newer people.
Open discussion. You ask questions anytime. No question is too stupid or dumb.
I'm gonna be asking a bunch.
Ask a whole bunch. All right.
It's open my notes here. Jeez.
Yes, please. Well, yeah. Just take them. The great thing about it is, when we play, I'll tell you what dice to roll. Just roll. I'll do all the calculations. I'll do it all. But Thatko, we'll get into in a second here. So, Troller Game giveaway for this hour, and then we get a certain level of hype train. I always double it, and then we'll do a classic D&D reprint for the Legends and Lore part, which will be at 8 p.m. All right, so let's go to the map here. The wonderful world of Greyhawk. This is the Anna Meyer custom map everyone loves, which you can get download for free off our site. Mine is customized for my campaign because I'm
beautiful.
It is awesome. Ooh, look at that. Nice.
This is how I take notes as a D&D player.
Beautiful. Well, take notes here because you may want to start thinking of some options. So on this map, this is the original map, and you can see how it looks to the Schley map in your book. Mike actually took the contours off this map to match to the map he did. He actually admitted that on stream when I had him as a guest. The guy who created the map in the 5th edition Player's Handbook. So you come here. Greyhawk City is here. It's called the World of Greyhawk, based around the city. We have certain areas that my 45-year campaign goes, and here's my own city, the Free City of Altamira here, where we start most adventures.
That is, I think Matt told me that you guys have been playing in this for
45.
He said 45 years?
Yes, that's just how old I am.
No, I know.
Listen, Jay, no marriage in the world equals the commitment of people keeping a campaign going that long. You need to understand that, right? Those are my marriage goals.
How in depth that world building is so sexy to me. It's beautiful.
Roughly, it's a guess. All right. Well, we know I've done because for some reason, as an OCD as a child, I logged adventures when we started in 1980. Mm-hmm. Last Saturday's was adventure number 1091. So it's roughly 3,750 sessions as a guess. There's roughly 2,500 characters. There are 28 active adventuring groups.
Love that.
Yeah, and they all interact with each other. So and there's generational characters, and we can go into the depth. But one of Coco's characters, Elazira, is marrying Emerson Winchester IV at GaryCon. So there you go. So and that'll be an adventure. Yeah, we got all sorts of things going on in the campaign.
Love the West Marches stuff and the open world stuff. It's so cool.
So Matt, I hate to sound arrogant, but West Marches. That's me, right? Whoever named it, directing it, that's the way I run.
You're talking to a French Canadian. We don't believe in arrogance. We believe in being right.
So it should have probably been named something else. But West Marches was a Forgotten Realms term, I think, that started. Here's my book, The Free City of Altamira. Troller Games. This is a teaser guide. The full box set's going to come out soon. If you want a free copy of that, I am going to put that right now into chat. It's a free download off a Cannibal Publishing site, so you can look about the city that we play in a lot.
I'll take it.
So let me do this. And there's also some other free downloads off that site. There you go. It's in chat now. Please feel free to download it there. Thank you, Nemeth. Really appreciate it. So, where do we? It's a lot. It's Herculean, you could say, but the city of Altamira, only exists in my campaign, although it's officially on Anna's map now. We'll just start here. This area here is a trade area. The Sus Forest is one of the most darkest, worst places in all of Greyhawk. The Duchy, County, and Principality of Ulix all here are demi-human realms. Selene is the fairy kingdom of the Grey Elves. All the humanoids are in the Pomarge. The Wild Coast is where all the coolest humans come from because it's no one controls it. It's a bunch of small little, city states, smaller, small ones there. So it's a really cool area that we've been in, we adventure in, and everyone gets mad at me because I say I don't use the right side of the map, and I kind of, with the Great Kingdom, I don't. because I just, I got enough going on in my life. So
you can't use all the maps.
You can't use all the. We're all over the map
for 45 years, y'all. You try it at home.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so much.
As a world builder, I'm like,
it is. And I've been playing, like, my Greyhawk deviated from the original Greyhawk box set of 1980, the folio, which I should have had out, and this is the original folio from 1980 that came out, and this is why I fell in love with it. Right, it's all the heraldry on it, and look, there's the Wild Coast right there on the back of it. So yes, and this is the original one, and that's the Darlene map is the original map that came inside it, and it was just one little fold out, and that was it, and that's where I fell in my love for Greyhawk. So from there, thank you for the hype train. From there, we do some things. So I normally start characters like 4th level, and they usually. When it's first time, we don't say that they know each other because it's not, if it's a campaign game, obviously the groups are together already, or if it's a game where we're pressed for super time, which would be at a convention, then you want to make the assumption. But we're going to do a lot of entry connections. Now that doesn't mean your characters may not know each other. If you and Jillian want to know each other, that's fine. Like, brother, sister, or so I'll give you an example. Marquee Gaming has Yvette and Solus.
We're married. We're not going to play brothers.
Yeah. So they're married. Rachel has Yvette, who's a priestess, and her husband Mark has Solus. He's a bounty hunter, mage, and they have a love-hate relationship. It's hysterical, right, guys? Is that funny? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
It's constantly on and off. There are constantly moments where they're like, and then they just go back to hating each other again.
Yeah, roll for that toxicity. It's hot.
Well, considering that the character Rachel has, she is my relative. I'm always
that's right. I forgot about that. Together. See, all the intertwined. There's a lot of inbreeding in my game. So no, I'm just kidding. So she's a half elf, and
George R. R. Martin would be proud.
Her other character, hey Bill, there's Bill. Anything terrain wise you see, that's Bill the Master Crafter, my good friend, who does everything in the world for me because I have no artistic talent whatsoever. So yeah. All right.
I literally saw you set painting like when I go to this call. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's all Bill. Bill's the man. Bill does it all. So all right, got us over level 1. So let's talk about this. Here's the map. Now, I'm Grognard, so I'm sorry I used the word race still instead of species, but it's just, to me, it's the same. This is the same thing. Let me flip the screen.
It is the same thing.
It's the same thing.
If you're not saying like ancestries or origins, the race species thing is the same thing.
It's exactly the same. I appreciate that. So here's my list. Now, you think of first edition. Fighter, cleric, thief, all that. 45 years of I have a lot of classes options. So what we're going to do is I want to hear what you want to do, what you'd like to play. Could be like a holy type, a paladin type, or could be a rogue, or I have a custom bounty hunter class, which is awesome, or a shadow mage, or there's options all out there. Something that you feel like you want your character to do, and then we'll fit a class to it.
Question.
Yes.
Is there any way to find like a cheat sheet for rules, just to have like a basic understanding of mechanics in when making choices and kind of like linking those together? So, I know it's going to be very RP focused on our end, and you'll kind of tell us what to roll. But
so Korg, why don't you explain how the combat and how things usually work in our game, like when you're you're a heavy RP character too.
Yeah, sure. So just going over the basics of combat,
or the basics of
Yeah.
Is that your question, Matt? The basics of
basics of combat, just understanding core rules like using the D20 and 5e is a core rule, understanding advantage, disadvantage, understanding action, economy in a turn.
Right.
So when reading the character sheet, I can go like, okay, I have a general idea of the thing I'm trying to do and how it might translate to the outcome, just to make
Great question.
So breaking it down, I'll break it down between roleplay based stuff and combat based stuff.
Okay.
In terms of roleplay based stuff, at least in my experience in Jay's games, there is a lot less rolling on specific checks and more just base RP and talking and figuring things out that way.
Cool.
You're not going to be making a million persuasion checks or investigation checks, so it's largely just impromptu.
Perfect. You may make an intelligence roll or a wisdom roll or a dex to jump something.
Abilities will kind of cover.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I'll apply a penalty or a positive to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Can I ask what Coco created?
Oh yeah,
Well,
sure.
I'm also
Sure.
just really curious what Coco
Yeah.
created.
So, all right, Cork, finish up, and I'll give you her character real quick here. Yes. Go ahead,
Sure.
Cork.
Yeah. So roleplay, super simplified, bare bones. Combat is also a lot more simple, but in ways that are kind of different and sort of make combat go a lot faster than in 5e.
Love that.
So, for example, I'll start at like the top of the round. Initiative,
Group.
right? Initiative is not the way that it is in 5e, where everybody has their own initiative. It is based on the group. So basically, at the start of a round, one of us will roll a d6 to determine our initiative, and then Jay will roll a d6. Whoever rolls higher, their group gets to go first and do all of their turns. So if I rolled higher, all of us would go, and then all of Jay's monsters or creations would go.
And I call out who goes based on positioning. And that way, boom, boom, boom. It's your closest to combat, furthest away, depending on the situation.
Okay, cool. I remember hearing you talk about that on stream.
Also,
really interesting.
If you win initiative, you could also do a delay, and you can go very last and wait till the bad guys go or whatever. You can like say you're not sure what you want to do. I'll just delay and let everyone else go. You can do that. Yep. So,
however, you also have to roll initiative every single round. So it's not like you roll initiative at the very beginning and then it's just set for the entire combat.
Right, and it's quick.
Every single time both groups roll. Yeah.
I don't like wasting time, and the viewers don't like wasting time.
I got you.
Interesting. That's so interesting. Another somewhat slightly irrelevant, I guess, question.
No irrelevant
similar.
questions.
The way that I've understood it is that older versions of D&D tend to be more meat grindy. Like you would lose characters more often, and it was less focused on character and more focused on like dungeon delving and like that kind of aspect of things. Obviously, it's a sandbox, so you can go in any direction. But the way that I've heard it talked about, having not played it, the way that I've understood it is that it's just a little, like you said, more bare bones and also just more like meat grindy.
Watch
is that
this.
True?
Quick question, Coco. How many times have your characters died in all the adventures you've done?
Like dead, never brought back to life?
Yeah.
0.
Korg?
0 over here as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
But that is just a bit misleading. Because you are correct that in earlier D&D, there are a lot of other types of effects that can just immediately take you out of a fight or down you. However, as long as you're like careful and smart about things, and you utilize your resources and your character sheet to the fullest, it's pretty easy to get around that stuff. But yeah, there might potentially be a moment where it's just like enemy casts death magic. You gotta roll a save, or else you are going to
finger of death. You're outright kill.
At 4th level, let's fucking go.
Exactly.
Listen, a large spider stings you. It's +2 on your save. If you fail, you're dead. Just to get an example of something that could happen. But
threat assessing, and I know there's something that I saw, like a lot of the dungeon delving type things ends up being like the more mundane equipment that we see in 5e that just exists in a pile that's never read is used a lot more, like using mirrors to look around corners, actually using that 50-foot of rope. That's a lot of things that I sort of heard about, like the game where you're trying to problem solve with a lot of the things that you have.
You can do that, and by the way, I allow you to have any mundane items you want. As also the back of the sheet, and this is the back of Coco's new character sheet, will be set with her gear, like as you can see there, armor, weapons, miscellaneous, and she has very little for a reason here. She got one healing. The only magic item she has is a healing potion because she made a barbarian.
Yeah. Okay.
She made up and our barbarians. She's only 3rd because of the table's so bad. And there, Emerson Nordblade. There you go. So she's got a barbarian, and it's Portrait Workshop. I own the rights to it. It's no AI art. It's all created by the company. And then we do all the portraits up, and I will try and match one of our 10,000 miniatures to the portrait that are painted. It's insane. Yes, it is. So some other things. Movement in 1st edition is action. Beyond that incidental 10 feet I give you. Inches, I have an 18-inch ruler called Death Giver, and that movement is, movement is action. So if you move say your movement rate's 9 inches because you have chainmail on, You move 9 inches, which is 90 feet on the table. That's your action for the round. Okay, it's not move, fight, move, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
There's things called engaging into combat, which I'll show you like this. Say there's an orc here or bugbear here, and then you're here. You run to engage that person. Now they can shoot at you as you're going. They can't swing at you that round until next round. It's called an engagement. So you cannot, unless you have something special like a leap attack or something that So yeah, it's got to be a special attack ability, which none of the characters will have. None of them, I'm going to go easy on you first time. Yeah, it's movement is action, which allows for a lot of positioning on the table with miniatures to figure, oh my God, that they're like 80 feet away. You can actually see. I'm going to fireball them now before they get to me, to our group, because there's no sculpting of spells. It's friend or foe, baby. You fireball your group, you're going to hit everyone. We have a thing called my co-host Anna Meyer. It's called the Anna Meyer Doctrine. What is that, Coco?
Where you shoot into melee combat.
Shooting into melee. Yeah, go ahead.
If you roll low, then you have to re-roll again to see if you hit your party members.
Yeah, they're engaged in rear arm class.
Yeah.
There's no flame. Yeah, so archers and bowmen are shooting at open targets for the most part. But then again, a lot of our groups, especially the last 2 new groups, they just shoot and they don't care. And like Tim's character will get hit 3-4 times by his own people. It's really hysterical.
Wait a minute, Coco, I just realized you made a barbarian, which means you're probably going to be more involved in melee, so you can't shoot us in the back this time.
She only has
great.
She only has
fantastic.
She only has hand axe. That's her only throwing weapon. That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
Coco, I know that you're
hand
gonna
axe to the back of the head. That'll
possibly.
I'm still going to throw into melee, so y'all better watch
out.
out.
So Korg, why don't you
if you did.
Korg, why don't you tell everyone what you were thinking about making up first? You got a great idea.
Character?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of making a halfling druid thief multi-class.
Yep. Old school. Old school, you can take existing classes, and this is where, like, if you want to be a spellcaster, but you don't want to be just a spellcaster, that's all you do, an elven fighter mage, or a half-elf fighter mage, or, you can do those things in old school. You could be a cleric mage. In fact, Little Bird's got one of the best cleric mages in the campaign, Lerja. You could be a fighter thief. You could be a ranger thief. You could be a lot of these base classes and multi-class them. You go up a little bit more slowly, but then you get the benefit of, and they go up at the same time together. Unlike in 5th or 3rd edition, where you're choosing which one goes up, they go up at the same time.
Yep.
Can you bring up the class list?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So we can see it.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can send us that? Just
yes. Yeah, I can. Let me. I got a PDF. Let me put it in Discord.
Sweet.
I just gotta. Yeah.
If you DM it to me, I can forward it over to John.
Yeah, no problem. Here, just let me put up my Discord on this. Hopefully, I don't crash the stream. It only happens once in a blue moon, right? Where are you? Okay, here we go. Upload.
Also, Jay,
please.
If I might make a recommendation, it might be better if you send the version that you sent to me a while back
with sources,
with sources and what can be multi-classed.
There you go.
Like that.
I sent them both.
Sweet, thank you.
No problem.
So,
like, that's why I said, what would you like to try and play? I want an offensive spellcaster. I want a spellcaster that enhances my sneaking ability. Well, that may be a Shadow Mage, thief, or a Shadow Mage bounty hunter class, multi-class. Or I want to play a priest, but I want them to have combat spells. Well, then I have there are not just clerics in old school, but in 2nd edition came the specialty priest class. So these classes here, let me go here. Based on the deity, they're their own classes. There are 42 deities with specialty priest classes already made up. So, like, I want a god of war. I want a god of nature. I want a god of elven nature. I want a god of thievery. I want a god of violence. I want a god of storms, brawling. Yeah, they're all here. And specialty priests are really much more powerful than a cleric class.
Is there a god of always roll d20s or natural?
No, there's not. But there's a god of bad luck. The god of luck and bad luck. That's Ralashaz. Chaos neutral deity.
Actually, might look into a bad luck specialty priest. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you know who Eric Mona is, the president of Paizo, he'll be playing at Gary Con, one of my games. He's a good friend, and he also has the most crazy and the best role play character in my campaign, Venarium Vord. He's got a dripping eye, and he's a special piece of Ralashaz. Right, Coco. Yeah, he's crazy. It's a great character.
You mean venereal?
Yes, Venarium Vord is his name. I didn't make. Hey, he named him Venarium Vord. So like you could be a paladin, all sorts of things. Yeah, we have a melee person taken care of, and we have a druidic who has limited healing abilities taken care of. But it doesn't matter what you play. By the way, I'll bring in one NPC to interact, and I'll usually be a background character. That's how I work.
What are you thinking?
It's the Jester class.
Oh my gosh, no! It's one of it's hysterical. It was made by Roger Moore in like the 80s, and it's a class that is meant to annoy and amuse, and it's got the worst, no thief abilities, but it's on the thief table. It can't backstab. It can catch items. I think I would prefer you to make a thief or a swashbuckler or a corsair or a bandit over that jester. That's why see the squiggly line?
Yeah.
That squiggly line, if you go down the bottom, says special permission by the DM required, because it's weird. It's trust me, as a start, we've had one PC in 45 years play the jester. I have 3 NPCs. That's it, as a jester. And one of them
what's a Saxon? Like an Anglo-Saxon?
Sang's a foot knight. It is a equivalent of a cavalier, except that character comes from not a noble background. It comes from normal background. They fight. They're the only character in the campaign that can double specialize with two-handed weapons, like two-handed sword, halberd, bardiche. So that's their weapon. They are those guys on the field with all in that armor, and they're carrying that huge pole arm. That's a foot knight. Yes, they get like a. Oh my God, I forget what it's here. Let me bring it up. I should be talking. Julian, I really appreciate you looking at the jester class. I just think I want you to enjoy.
I was just curious to me. I have a
tattoo
of Jester Lavore on my hip, so I was like,
We can, like I said, we can gesterize any of the other rogue classes for you. Here's the Saxon. I got them all.
I actually do like the idea of playing kind of a little clown girl.
How about like a mage thief?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Half elf or elf, magic user thief, because they're the options in old school. It's got to be of an elven, because humans can't multi-class. They can dual class, but they can't multi. So that'd be Look at Chuck
playing elves.
Yeah. What? No illusionist thief? No, Bill, come on, man. You're torturing. See, Bill's trying to torture me too. I like the mage thief because you have some offensive capability. But here's what you can do to yourself: you backstab someone and you don't kill them. You can cast mirror image on yourself, right? Or you can go invisible real easily. I think you do that with a gnome too. But you can have some offensive spell capability too. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
My home campaign. I'm currently playing an arcane trickster rogue. My home campaign's about to hit 5 years, and yeah, so that sounds fun.
Awesome.
Dude.
To play the essentially the old version of that.
Yeah, and you'll be 4/4. I'm almost positive with the way the tables work. So, all right. So, Matt, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so we've got a martial character. We got a barbarian, right?
You got a druid thief and a magic user thief, which is awesome. 2 thieves.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I can play anything.
You play anything you want, because I will pick up the slack. If there's no healer, I'll play a healer.
How's Necromancer in this? I think Necromancer in 5e is real bad, and you don't really get any of your necromancy stuff till a higher level. How is it in this?
So, Korg, you have a fighter necromancer multi-class in the other group, so you can go ahead and give Matt the shtick on necromancer.
It can be very cool. There are some. Let me think. How do I want to describe?
Like at 4th level, is it fun?
At 4th, what did we start?
We started at 4/4.
Started at 4. Okay, so that would be around the same level. So you do get access to a fair number of spells. you're primarily going. The primary thing about the necromancer, at least in my experience, is touch-based spells that stack on top of each other. So, for example, I think it's bleeding touch, bleeding touch that starts. Let's say you walk up to somebody and you cast the spell bleeding touch to start. That gives them a little bit of bleeding damage. But then there are other spells that say if an opponent is already bleeding, those extra spells can do extra things to them, like more damage or then paralyze them and stuff like that. You can raise dead animals, I believe, at that level, and you can create a skeletal henchman. But the thing is, note that the skeletal henchman takes an hour in game to create a henchman.
Yeah, so you're creating in your lab.
Yeah, you'd have to create that on the way to an adventure. You can't just make that out of a dead enemy.
They're called the Bone Baddies because he looks for a dead, like they found a dead horse and he animated it the very first adventure, and that's how they got their name.
Yep, and we called her Bonadette.
Yes.
Yeah.
So normally it's not monsters, it's animals. There is an animate monster, which is higher level, but you can animate all sorts of normal, natural, like, squirrels, even cougars.
Battle squirrel.
Yeah, but
exactly.
You can have a zombie squirrel running around with you if you want.
We had a zombified bobcat at one point. That was pretty dope.
So the other one I was looking at was Shadow Mage.
So I really love the Shadow Mage. The Shadow Mage is it's kind of like their Forgotten Realms had a Shadow Dancer. If you remember that class, I'm not sure, but here, let me go to Shadow Mage. Shadow Mage, and we have. It's popular. It's hugely popular. Someone here has a Shadow Mage, right, Courtney?
I do. Persephone. She is very mischief. She is a Shadow Mage assassin, and she is badass. I love her shadow spells.
So what I would suggest is a Shadow Mage / thief or Shadow Mage / bounty hunter. So then you can into and you never found. Because Shadow Mages get the innate ability to put a dark aura around them, which adds like 20%, 25% to their hide shadows 3 times per day. They see in darkness 10 feet per level, complete darkness in 10 foot per level. So they cast darkness on themselves a lot. Yeah, it's and they have all sorts. Fun. They have an enhanced mirror image, which creates images that have hit points over the mirror image spell. It's just they take more damage. Yeah, they have.
What does Bounty Hunter do?
Bounty Hunter is my penultimate class. It is. It is. When I was a kid, I was like, we couldn't play assassins because they were evil, right? So the Bounty Hunter, the Guild of Bounty Hunters, is in Altamira, which is perfect. So let me bring it up. The Bounty Hunter renders them unconscious from behind, knocks them out. Also has thief abilities. Also has a set trap ability, magical and regular. Let me bring up Bounty Hunter up.
Very jack of all trades.
But yeah, so here's the Bounty Hunters. You can see how old it is, the type in this. Yep. So it's a die 6. It can be any lawful or any of the diametric, like neutral, lawful,
neutral. Alignments are big in this.
What's that?
The alignments are.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of the world building was based on that.
Yeah. So you backstab with a blunt instrument. So for example, a footman's mace is big, Morningstar, those kind of weapons, a horseman's mace. You're behind. If you knock someone out, you can go instead of a backstab and a knockout attempt, and they're out unconscious for 2 to 8 turns. It's a long time. And there's a table for assassination attempts that's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. We use that for knockout. Same table. You also get You can disguise. You can do all sorts of other things as well. But as a Shadow Mage Bounty Hunter, you're even more deadly because you can just disappear. Right?
That's dangerous.
Right.
I'm kind of leaning to not taking Bounty Hunter just because we've already 2 rogues in the group. Because that does sound really fun, and I would have kind of signed off on it. But I think that I don't want to take the that part of the thing. Oh man, there's so much.
I know it's
like a lot of things.
It's like overload, man.
What? Okay, so
you could do Fighter Necromancer if you wanted.
Fighter Necromancer, or like a Death Knight kind of thing.
Korg's got a Fighter Necromancer. He can fight with swords. He can fight 2 weapon. He can shoot a bow, and he also casts Necromancer spells. Another elven, half-elven character.
It can be a good combo because if you're just a base Necromancer, you can be kind of squishy in the back line. Fighter gives you some stuff where if someone gets up in your face, you can actually do something about it.
That's funny, Lee.
Yeah.
Here's another combination. This is and Bill's character, Salen Shadow Moon, is one of the most powerful ones in our campaign, and it goes all the way back to like the 90s. Cleric Necromancer.
I was thinking that.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you.
What which god I want.
So you get the spell Spectral Hand, and Spectral Hand you can cast touch spells through. You can heal people at range. You can do Cure Light Wounds through that spell touch, and you don't have to get involved in combat.
I like that. Honestly, Necromancer Cleric sounds great.
There you go, Cleric Necromancer.
Yeah, I was looking at the Greyhawk gods prior to this.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
See how easy that is? All right, we got. Yep. So now a little background here. We got all the classes. So Holo, this feels. It should feel nostalgic because I am nostalgic, man. I've been playing. See, we never went to 3rd edition, but we incorporated feats from 3rd edition into our proficiency system. So there's all sorts of fun things. It's a cleric, but it's. Oh, you don't think Matt can play a cleric there, Robert?
He loves playing clerics. He plays big support characters, and in our like patron campaign, he played a paladin, kept missing attacks, and ended up just being a support caster because that's just it's like the universe was telling him, and that's what he loves to play because he's a forever GM too, usually, right?
That's cool. Yeah, so, I understand that 100%. All right, so we got a mage thief. So you got almost everything covered. You got you got a barbarian fighter. You got a druid. So I mean, you got wow, you got a lot of classes covered. So why don't we do the following here? Korg, I know you got a halfling. I'm going to make him from the Cron Hills, which is just north of... So if we come on here and go on the map.
I also have already figured out like elements of his backstory and vibe, but I can send those in a DM if you want.
Please do here. Yeah, please do. Send them to me, and I'll get working on this because I want to have these done sometime tomorrow so you guys can absorb them because we're playing Saturday. I mean, this is how much of a rush. Yeah. So here's the Cron Hills. This is a halfling, and it's not too far from. Or do I want to make you actually from County Ulick? I'll think about that.
Can I be from? You call the place Celine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Celine Dion, perfect. Thank you,
Celine.
I'm gonna make an elf, and their god is gonna be Gygax.
It's like Party Town. I want to know what Party Town is.
God of death and grave.
You want to know where the Party Town is in here? So first, you could instead of go Cleric Necromancer, go Specialty Priest of Ouija, which is a super powerful class. But I think let's stick with the Cleric Necromancer. The Priestess of Ouija gets Necromancer spells and has her own clerical spell list. And
that sounds fun. That sounds specific and fun. What do you think? What do you think?
Some of the most powerful characters in the campaign are especially Priests of Ouija.
Can I play that?
Yeah.
Sweet. I want to be a Priest of Ouija.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you looked up. So here's a funny thing. When this character, when Ouija was here, so here you go.
Theory wants to make a character.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. Priesthood of Ouija powers and abilities. Because you're a straight class, you may actually be on 5th level too, and you'll get the 1st and 2nd level Necromancer spells. I think with the way the tables will work. So that's it. You'll have a bunch of clerical spells, and you'll have Necromancer spells that you'll pray for in your list. It'll be cool. Trust me, it's a way to go.
Someone in chat said, "Isn't it spelled Simp of Ouija?" And not gonna lie, I was actually thinking in my head. So good for you.
So Len Lakofka, who's been dead, he's died like 2-3 years ago. Secret of Bone Hill, L1, L2, great guy. That all the soul deities are his, and it was her original name was Ouija, like the Ouija board. And TSR said nope, so we had to switch it. So we went WEEJAS Ouija. That's what he had to do. Yeah, because she didn't want to get sued, I guess, back then. So all right, so Jillian, you want to know where the party is?
No, where's Party Town?
Cowerwood, right here, not far from Altamira.
Darrow, what?
Cowerwood, right there. It's it's a Selenian town, and the grand 23rd level master bard, the Magnum alumni, Gygax is there. And when you guys know Star Trek, when Q, and you get to a point where you just don't care because you can do everything. So Gygax is he's just high all the time because what's he going to do at 23rd level? He's just hanging out in his inn, and he's just there, and just that's the party town. It's a crossroad between entering the river, the Handmaid River into Selene and the county of Ulick, and on the way to Altamira. That's the party town that's nearby. So you want to be from Cowerwood?
Yeah.
All right, half elf from Cowerwood. How's that sound?
Can I be full elf?
Sure, of course. Full gray elf as well, or yeah, we'll make it full gray elf.
We're both elves again.
It's okay.
We play elves in our LARP.
That's right. That's great. It's perfect. It's perfect. Great. So you got both full gray elves in the area.
Our friends are gonna make fun of us.
He plays my boss. It's great.
Yeah.
We fight often.
Yeah. Should I make? Should I give them a noble or lesser house? Each of them, there, Coco. What do you think?
Flip a coin or roll a die.
Roll a die.
Roll a die.
All right.
Each should get out.
What do you normally roll? I know that you said like D6s
for initiative, just for initiative. Yes, D6 to hit D20s.
D20s for everything else. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. And like for you as a mage thief, you're gonna fight longsword, dagger, or you're gonna fight short sword, depending on the way things work out. I think you're gonna go your short sword. It'll be die 6s, except against large creatures. It'll be die 8s.
Perfect.
Yeah. So.
And then there are some weapons that use a D4 as well. But those are the smallest ones.
Dagger. Yes. Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
Wait. Am I rollies against?
Roll me a 6-sided die, please.
6-sided die.
Yeah, roll me a 6-sided die, each of you.
I'm gonna get the die that you.
3.
Got.
3. Right
okay.
in the middle.
3. There you go.
5.
You're so Jillian's from a lesser house, and
bullshit.
And Matt's from Matt's from a noble house.
You see me?
But that's cool because Coco, all the cool people, right, are from lesser houses, right? The stuffed shirts are usually from the creators. Yes, Gazumba himself's from the lesser house.
Yeah, my very first character is from the same house as Gazumba. She's a badass fighter mage.
That's
I
it.
love her.
That's it. So we got plenty. It'll all work out, and then that'll be good,
what house
Jillian.
Did you say? Yeah, for me.
Yes, it's going to be. I have a whole list here. I'm going to show you the level of. Let me go to this, just to show you Noble Celine.
I'm curious.
Noble Celine. There you go. These are all the characters that are in each of the houses. Yeah, I know it's a little crazy. So here are the 10 noble houses.
Sorry,
Celine.
Melf from Milf's Acid Arrow.
Oh yeah, Melf. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Melf. That's Luke Gygax's character.
Nice.
Melf, and his son, Eleator, who's nicknamed Smelf, son of Melf. You know what Melf stands for, right? When he was a kid, he made a character up, male elf, Melf. That's how it came. Oh. So he got the name. So his character Eleator's in the campaign too, and I'm writing a book with Luke right now. Melf's Guide to Greyhawk, the Borderlands of Ayers. So we're writing a book right now for DM's Guild. It's coming out in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Melf is awesome. Yep. So there you go. That's the Melf. So if we come down here, I think I'm gonna put you in one of the stuffiest shirt ones of all there, Matt. And then
he loves it. It's perfect for him.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of
French accent for this one.
Let me see here. I'm thinking. Is your character Vreston? Elzira's Vreston, correct?
Yes.
I think I'd like to make that way we have a future connection if possible. We give Jillian's character from House Vreston. I'll show you where that is. Vreston here, House Vreston. House Vreston are a lot of scouts, rangers, free spirits. Yeah, and they tend to be loners. They tend to go out on their own and do an adventure. So I'm thinking that would be a good connection. Plus, in the future, that may connect you to one of Coco's characters if we have other. I cross over groups all the time. Sound good?
That's fun.
All right.
I love that.
House Vreston. Got it.
Sister
What's mine?
From another mister?
Let's take a look. Here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Thronedale.
It sounds pretentious.
It is. It's very pretentious. In fact, Bill and Master Crafter's on his most hated character in the campaign, Jacia, is from Thronedale. So that's why I'm thinking that's the one to go. A little sidebar. Back in the 80s, my character Gazumba was married to Cyreney of Thronedale, and she was permanently killed, and they never have forgiven him for that. So, yes, she was sucked into a sphere of annihilation, which is permanent death. Yep. So he's a widower. Yep. I'm thinking Thronedale. I think Thronedale will be good. There's a lot of that'll put you in that uppity area.
Wait, is that gonna?
It's not too far from Vreston. What's that?
Is that gonna make yet another character from the same house as Gazumba?
No, he's just Stroll. He's just Stroll,
right?
Up
That's just the one.
He's just Stroll. Yeah.
He married, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So I think that you two may know each other and maybe come to blows a couple times, and maybe you'll be forced to work together or something, where you're like, one's a mage, one's a necromancer. So maybe you two are like rivals.
Yeah.
I like it.
Coco,
I'll get them together. They'll end up together.
Do you have like a guide for your character's backstory or anything yet?
Me?
Oh yeah,
yes,
it's great. So here's the backstory on her character.
Huh?
She's a barbarian and this is as far away as it gets from the Frost Barbarians. You're gonna love this story. It's all the way up here. Frost Barbarians will land all the way here. Right? Here's all right, from the land of the barbarians.
How did you get all the way to Altamir?
She's been traveling for like 2 years.
Wow, okay.
Okay. Her two brothers, older brothers, which are characters of my regular player Alan, Latham and oh my god, my brain shut off. Oh my god. Thorsten and Latham Nordblade are in. Thank you very much, Be Kind, Love All. Thank you so very much. Are in Altamira guarding the prince, the next in line for king of the Frost Barbarians, and that's Walt's character, Arian. Walt has a character who's married to the king of the Frost Giants, Hungrid, and that happened in the 80s. Because, shit, man, we've been playing for so long. And now these characters are all grown up. That's how long we've been freaking playing. So they're here in Altamira, and they told her, your woman, stay, we don't want you coming. And now she's come down.
I basically said, fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to do what I want.
Exactly. So that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's Emerson Nordblade. Yep. It'll be fun. So
I have thoughts.
Exactly, and this is it. Just because we're playing in a 1E system doesn't mean that there's not a lot of RP and a lot of interaction, but there will be combat. There'll be a lot of combat, and there'll be a lot of it. But there'll be a lot of character growth and character interaction and fun times. So yeah. I mean when I can say proudly that Ed Greenwood is a regular in my campaign, that means, plays in Greyhawk, that, it's humbling. So I'm really humbled that we consider playing in my game. And I really appreciate it.
I'm stoked. This is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I did invite a fifth special player. I don't know if they will say yes or not, but we'll see. Someone that I know Matt knows. So, and she spoke, gave it away. She spoke very highly of you, but I don't know if she's free or not. So we'll see. And she's played before too. And
well, to be fair, we know a lot of women who play D&D.
Yes, so absolutely. And if
really
she's
give it away for us.
Yes.
Is it Sam? Because
no, it's not. It's not. She's streaming right now, actually.
Yeah.
This person's streaming right now.
I'm gonna be on Sam's channel on Monday. Actually.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and trust me, we bring in if you guys decide you like it, you want to play again in a couple months or whenever. I rotate special guests in all the time, and sometimes they stay permanently. I'll rotate people, and you give me some suggestions of people. This was rushed, right?
Yeah.
Normally I 3-4 weeks. This is like a week. I will always consider bringing in other people into the group.
He's being nice. It was 2 days. Like we were. You messaged us on Monday. We organized this, I think, Sunday night or Monday or something.
Yeah.
Less than a week turnover, but hey, we got it.
Absolutely. Now, what I'm going to do is from this, I need your character names and some general descriptions. If I can have them in Discord, the names I don't need yet, but I want to know general descriptions because I got to get these portraits worked up tonight or tomorrow. All right, and then I'll send them to you in Discord. Jillian, I need your Discord. Can you friend me so I can send yours in Discord, and then we'll then just say, hey, I like it, or can you make these changes? Because I can make some changes in Portrait Workshop. And then, what's up there, Scottish Jeff? Good to see you, man. So what other questions?
Right now, I'll just send it to Matt, and he can send it to you until.
Yeah, that's cool. That works too. Wait a minute, I just got it. I just got a friend request. There we go. All right, awesome. Good. I just waved. All right. So
we see it on the stream too. It's all interactive. It's all part of it.
It's all
immersive session 0.
So what else we got? Oh, hero points. Critical hit tables. So a natural 20 is a critical hit and a natural 1 is a fumble. I have these wonderful, wonderful tables I roll on. Now, if you roll a dirty 20, it's not a crit, right? But if you roll a 19 and you have a special hero point that the audience is giving to you for a cheer from 500, you can turn that into a natural 20 and make that a critical hit. If you roll a fumble, a 1, and you don't want to roll on this table. And trust me, you don't want to roll on this fumble table. But if you do, you can make that a 2. Your multiple attacks end at that point, but you don't have to roll on the fumble table. And
because we're doing charity stuff on Saturday, right? Is that like
no? The charity event's in 2 weeks. The charity event is the charity event for St. Jude's, where we raised $26,000+ is in a couple weeks.
Got you, yeah. Because I know we were talking about scheduling and stuff for that.
Yeah, and I would have loved to have you guys participate, but I think you had a conflict.
Yeah, we were at Cat Soup.
Yeah, I know. I lost. I lost
2 events this month.
Yeah, a lot. But trust me, we're gonna kick it for the fundraiser for the charity event. Trust, it's all for St. Jude. It's our 7th year of doing it. Last year we raised $26,000. We're gonna raise.
That's crazy.
More.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll break the 100,000 mark this year.
We'll warm up the crowd this Saturday.
Absolutely. So just note that people, you'll see Coco cheering. You can't cheer for yourself, but if you want to cheer for the rest of the group, I don't care. Because we're here to have fun, right? That's all I care. All I want you guys to do is enjoy the game. Because it's going to be challenged. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I already have the title, and it's already been scrolling through. Because I figured when I knew what Korg wanted, I knew exactly where I wanted to go with this one. So actually, Korg's character, whatever his name's going to be, the halfling, was going to start the group off on this one. Hold on a second. Yeah, Korg, I'll get with you in Discord over the next day or so.
I am very interested because I already have like the vibe and sort of backstory of my character sort of laid out. Assuming that you don't want to change anything.
No, I don't want to make any changes to it. But yeah, okay. So here it is. So it's called. That's session 0. Shit. Hold on one second here. What time we got? 7:46.
Session 0
Look at this.
is the name of the campaign.
Desperate assistance. There we go.
Oh God.
Venture number 1093. Yeah. So, what other questions do you have?
How desperate are you, little man? How desperate are you, little man?
Well, listen here. I'm just looking for some.
Here's the funny thing.
He's asking Snooty Elves for help. He's desperate.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you all see the D&D movie with Chris?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Well, there was a barbarian female and a halfling human male together, right?
Oh my God! It was what's his face?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
We had a human female barbarian and a halfling male here.
Yeah. Hey,
wait.
Listen. This is the era of the short kings. Come on.
Yo, darling. That's who I invited. Well, we'll see. Darling.
Hey, darling.
Darling, what's up? Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. Love you. Love Darling's playing in 2 games at GaryCon and also in the fundraiser event with Eric Mona and Coco and Bones and Tony Winslow Brill. And it's good to see you, darling. Thank you so very much. Let's do the giveaway here. Any other? I know I'm throwing a ton on you. Don't worry. I usually do like a prep fight in the course of the game. We'll walk you through everything. It's really easy. THAC0 is there's a table. Yeah. So, like, if you're a 4th level fighter, your THAC0 is like 16, and it just goes up and down from that. So don't worry about it.
Send us spells and how the spells.
Yeah, I'll have your spell list done. I'll have your spell list done on the back. Trust me, I'll have all that.
Give me the juiciest spells, please.
For Ouija, absolutely. Yeah.
All of the death magic, all of the.
Darling, Coco's sick too. Darling, check your Discord for me, please, before you go. And just if you can't, it's no big deal. But just check your Discord. Not a big deal either way. Okay.
And also, Jay, if I may also say one more thing, should we describe how we can negate other people's crits and fumbles?
Yeah, go ahead on the specials. Absolutely, yeah, because I get specials too.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's
the
a lot
audience
of
can
bad people in
also
chat.
give Jay specials to increase his rolls to crits as well. So let's say that,
you gotta.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, he has some minions in chat that always manage to give him some each session. But
there's always a devil's advocate.
Exactly. Let's say that Jay rolls a crit on one of you guys, and you really don't want to take that crit. You just want to make it a normal hit. You can spend one of your special hero points, if you have one, from the audience to undo it.
Really?
However, Jay can also spend his special hero points.
It's called a race.
To undo one of your crits.
And back and forth, and back and forth.
And back and forth, exactly.
So Jillian can be very endearing, so the audiences give Jillian a lot of buffs. I can be very obnoxious, so the audience gives Jay a lot of buffs, and therefore.
But I'll use them on Jillian.
Make some money.
I won't use them on you. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys just got 4 regular hero points.
I'm just trying to make you some money.
Yeah. So Geek Dice just did 3 regulars, and 4th Kid did 1. I got them all. Thank you. That's it.
Channel
awesome.
Points. Hell yeah, that's
they're
so
regulars. Good. Regulars are before the die roll. The specials are after.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I'll keep track of all of it. Don't worry. So I got my marching orders. What I need from you is some general descriptions of your character, some
working
quirks,
on it right now.
Some quirks, some thing. I can really, if you want to, you don't have to go crazy. If you guys want to be your characters, we're all for it. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I appreciate it when they do it. Like some people, like you all seen Tim, Stronghold Tim. He'll put his armor on and stuff. Whatever you want to do is fine. Oh, there you go. I got one regular. There you go. Thanks, Pat. I appreciate it.
And if I may, one more thing that you can do, the initiative roll at the start of each round, you can use a special to make it
on
that as well.
You guys declare it before
ahead of time. Yep.
And if you roll a 6 and it's a 7, I can't beat you if I didn't use one. So, and trust me, at the end of the game, some of those
it's simple.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yep.
It's easy, and I make it so I want us to enjoy the game. I'm not here to kill you. I'm here that you get a feel of what I'm proud of building for 45 years. You know, that's it. And then just getting more and more people involved, so that the community grows from both ends, and you get benefit because people now checking your streams out, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's just and everyone benefits. And
Jay is very forgiving. For the most part.
If you got, that's a mistake. That doesn't work. That spell. I was like, okay, no biggie. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. I'm not here to hammer anyone, but I will move you if we're pressed for time. I will move you along with combat, but it won't be a problem.
Don't worry.
We'll be good. You'll be good.
Oh,
yeah, Ouija's a powerful class, man, especially priests. I have an NPC, Amelia Rothschild, and it's almost impossible to hit her as a priestess of Ouija. She's got some great necromancer spells that make it almost impossible. There's one, you're not going to get it till higher level, but there's one where you stick a dagger in your body and you take a point of damage every other round, but you're immune to edge weapons.
Ooh.
And that's higher level. So I'm just saying down the road.
So I love that this system has a built-in way to deal with edgelords. It's great.
Exactly.
What was that, Jillian?
Being from House of Reston.
Yes.
Would my last is that a last name, or would I have a separate last name?
You can have a different surname because there's all sorts of it's the house itself. You can create your own elven surname, absolutely. Last name, of course, and it'll be of Reston. Absolutely, you can definitely. You can have 2 names and then of house. Yes, absolutely.
How elvish do you like your names to be? I'm just wanting to.
Well, I usually go on that site with all the Elvish names. You can go as Elvish as you want, as long as everyone. So, if you don't know in chat, everyone busts my stones for my South Jersey accent because when I say total, it sounds like turtle, and so I have this freaking turtle emote that everyone hits me with, or I put it in chat now. So I'm gonna mess up whatever you because I slur everything because us Philly guys talk fast. So.
I have figured out my name. I am done. I'm good.
Awesome.
That's all you need.
Guys, excited? Awesome. Great terrain set up. Excited. I have terrain set up for tomorrow night. I'll get torn down on Friday. Get all the terrain up for what we're doing. I know exactly the storyline. I already got it prepped. And that, Korg's character will kind of kick things off being the druid. So it'll be, that's funny, Pat, Jersey elves. Well, they're North Jersey elves, no South Jersey elves. No devils, man. We're flyers here, and they stink. So let's do the giveaway here real quick, and then I'm probably going to stay live now with a ton of people on, and I'll just flip things over, and Jason should be on. I don't see anyone else in, so here we go. This will be a gift certificate. Troller Games $10 gift certificate, courtesy of Chuck, who's on, and Troller Games. You know what? I'm going to do 2. Let's do 2. Because I'm just gonna tell Chucky. Notice this: when you have sponsors, you tell them how it is, guys. Right? You say, "This is what I need," not "May I have, please?" Right, Chuck? I'm just being arrogant again. So I'll just give me more.
Blackmail.
What's that?
Blackmail.
Just the way it is with great sponsors, So here we go, closing it out. All right, first winner, Justinius, Greg, Grat. Second winner is Sparky68. Congrats to both of you. I will get them both out to you. And I will reset it for the next part. Okay, I will reset it. Grats. Everyone sit tight. I'm not going to exit it. I'll clean up stuff here. As we're waiting for other people, you'll see me changing the screens out. What other questions do you have?
Nothing. Just need to brainstorm some character stuff.
That's
I'm
it.
excited to see magic and stuff. It'll be great.
Just note, especially Priest of Ouija, the one problem you'll be your weaponry is extremely limited. I think.
Fine.
Yeah, I didn't think.
I wanted to play a full caster. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah, and then Jillian, you can go. Like I said, you can go hardcore. Mage Thief, you're gonna fight dual wield. You're gonna fight 2 weapons. Yeah, I'll make sure you have the dex to do it. So, it's Mage Thief's a great class. Your only drawback for your hit points will be low because of the die 4 and die 6 for the 2 classes. You don't want to be running into fireballs and stuff like that. So
got it.
Excuse me.
Got it. So no playing hero on my own. Got it.
Well, that's not true because thieves tend to do that anyway. So they'll have a move silently and hide in shadows, and I'll tell you, I roll
good at it. Don't fail.
Right. I roll thief abilities and healing behind the screen. So when you catch kill 8 wounds, I'll just die 8. I'll do it that way if I need to. Who knows? Sometimes I fudge healing, right? Just because it needs to happen.
What? My agency, though.
Yeah. Can you imagine rolling? Yeah. I rolled a cure serious wounds and 2 points. So you got back. I mean, it's ridiculous. So we want to make sure that things work.
You also roll the percentages, like if you say you want to climb walls.
Yeah. All thief abilities, I'll roll for you behind the scenes, because I don't want you to know if you're successful in sneaking or not.
Heard.
Okay. You wouldn't effectively know that potentially.
Yes, because some creatures that you may be sneaking up on are smart, and there's also a lot of defensive. I'm throwing too. Here's my mind games email. I'm throwing too much out there. I don't know where it is. Mind games. There are creatures that can do spells like backstab, backlash. Right? Don't you have that, Coco? One of your characters?
Yeah, Faunalin does.
Yep. Which, if you backstab them, they'll do double damage to yourself.
Do we need to do any rolls or anything before our characters are created?
No, I will do your stats up. Oh, there's an extra stat category, which is kind of a little. It went away after Unearthed Arcana, but we use it because some people. I'm not trying to be stereotypical here, but like the ladies, like Coco and Bird and Bones and Darling, all love. There's a comeliness stat. Strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma, comeliness. Charisma, you could have super high charisma, but and vice versa. So just comeliness, yeah. It's go into Unearthed Arcana.
Attractiveness.
Go into Unearthed Arcana first edition.
Score.
Yeah, go into Unearthed Arcana first edition, and you'll see it. Yep.
That's a stat I want. Cool.
I normally don't slam anyone. The lowest would be in the party would be the halfling. But I'll have high charisma because druids have high charisma.
That's true.
My character will be full stats for comeliness. Thank you very much.
Jesus, man. Yeah, isn't that it? It's fun. All right, where's Anna? Why isn't Anna coming on? Where's Anna and where's my other guest? So, Legends Lore 282.
And I say that because my character specifically is very fond of her looks. And
there you go. It's perfect.
That is her entire thing. She's an actual court jester.
Beautiful. I love arrogant characters, don't I? Or characters that are confident, right, Coco?
Play some, not in your own streams.
What's that?
You play some, not in your own streams.
Yeah, that's true. I do play some. I play some really arrogant characters. All right, Gygax magazines. Let me change this out here. So, I'm trying to think of what else. What do we miss? What do we miss, Cork? What do we miss, Coco? What do we miss while we're waiting?
It's okay. The moment that we get off stream, you're gonna be like,
"Damn it!"
Yeah.
Here are the 10,000 things we forgot.
Yeah, but we can go over stuff afterwards.
It's fine. You learn on the fly.
That's exactly it. You really want. That's
my first D&D game. They basically were like, "Here, this is the options," and I went, "That one," and you point to the book, and then they build your character sheet for you.
Make role play choices,
and then you play the game, and you're like, "How does this work?" And they're like, "Roll again," and you're like, "Okay." You just get told what to do the entire time.
Yeah, I'm sorry to all the other people that have DM'd for me out there, but I'm very happy that I started with Jay over a year ago because basically I think old school is basically it's the easier way to get into D&D, and then you have so many more paths to learn, because that's what I'm doing. I play old school, I play CNC, I play 5e, I'm all over the place. I've only been doing it for a little over a year, and I love it.
It's rad.
Let me see here. Oh, awesome. Oh, look at this. Jillian, you went to, wow, look at that. That is awesome.
What?
All the pictures she sent me.
I sourced. I always like to find inspiration photos, especially when hearing that
if you have something you own and a portrait, I can use that portrait in lieu of, it's got to be in a transparent PNG. That's it. In lieu of
those are just stuff I pulled off of Pinterest. But
okay, cool.
Jillian,
inspiration.
Jillian, you don't have any photos of yourself dressed as an elf. What are you talking about?
Well, specifically as a jester, I've never done a jester character. I really want to, though. So maybe I'll just cosplay my own character and be that person.
It's up to you guys.
You got to put it together in less than a week. Easy.
Well, 3 days.
I'm already crunching for Katsicon. It's not gonna happen.
Oh God.
I'm gonna send you just a reference photo. I haven't even started
on the cosplay.
Has Sir Tim been canceled? No, you haven't been canceled. It's just Sir, what are you talking about there, Tim? I'm just we got a 4th level, low level group, and you got 2 other characters, and it's just this came together as Matt will say so fast, and I was scrambling. I was super scrambling to get together.
I am imagining Sir Tim with this party. He would just bulldoze through everything if we're at 4th level.
Here comes my co-host Anna B. Meyer, the legend, the map maker. The map that you saw is hers.
Badass Anna.
Badass Anna. What's up, Anna?
Badass Anna.
Hello. Hi, Anna.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
But I can see Tim's character having a serious case of FOMO. Having to be in every group.
Yeah, he's already in 2. Has he been in a 3rd group at this
point? He's been in 4 groups. His character's been all over the place. His one character's Paladin.
Listen here.
He has played with Elazira. He's played with
Let me check on
he's
Jason.
Played with Damaris.
Yeah, Twitch.
He's played in every
Has he made that second character yet?
Yeah, he did. He did. He's
okay, he did.
Yeah,
okay.
He's an Inquisitor. He made an Inquisitor up. It's just a Paladin.
Ooh.
It's a Paladin subclass.
Of course it is.
Yep. So let me just type in good to go to him. Yeah, we'll just swap right into this. This will be good. Because if I go off all the lurkers, we lose. So it doesn't make sense to do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, so the Anna Meyer doctrine is based on Anna right here.
Yes.
Because Anna's one of the first players outside of my inner group. My inner group of guys rarely shoot in melee combat, but Anna was just like, Anna's a ranger mage, Imri.
And I fumbled, so I caused some real damage too to some party members. Yeah.
Absolutely. And also the very first time Coco ever played, she shot an arrow at long range and hit a friend, right?
I hit a civilian.
Not only
you hit a civilian. That's right. You hit a civilian who's being attacked. That's right.
It's good to see someone else follow my doctrine. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and now
you've inherited Anna's will.
Now it's like a must whenever Tim is playing, his paladin. He's the AKA pincushion. So yeah,
he wears ashless chaps specifically for that reason.
I'm closing.
Oh, that's Fritz.
I closed out. You guys can start the giveaway. Restart up for the next for Legends and Lore. And all right, so I will get all these. I promise. I should have. And Korg, I'll probably do your sheet last because I want to get because of the newer players or Jillian and Matt. I want to make sure that because they're gonna have some questions back. So I'll do it in that order. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right.
I'll still send you my
please send it. Yeah,
absolutely. And stuff tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
And then I don't know. I'm sorry to hear Darling's sick. It really sucks. So awesome.
Can we get a lesser restoration spell for like the whole of humanity?
Please.
Does anybody have that?
Yeah,
I need like ridiculous. A year's worth supply of it.
What's the spell for burnout recovery?
There's a restore
memory.
There's a restore strength spell. There's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of spells like that because I've taken. All right, so look, if we go here, every specialty priest has its own. Here's my specialty priest binder. Every specialty priest has their own spell list. So you have your own spell list, Matt, for your character. I will probably handpick ones that make a lot of sense, plus your necromancer spells that you're going to be in your book. They can be half of your total number of spells you have in your list. So say you have 5 first level spells you're able to cast, 2 of them could be necromancer spells. The other 3 will be clerical priest spells.
Cool.
Unless there's one spell only in the level, then you can have that as a necromancer spell, if that makes sense.
Sweet.
You do get fireball, by the way. That is a necromancer spell in my game to clear out undead. So you are capable of casting the spell fireball. So just so you're aware, among other things.
Great.
Plus,
I'm gonna die because of that spell. Great, cool.
Well, that's if he has that. He should be 5th. So Anna,
Matt's character turns around, aims it directly at you.
I'm looking to see where our special guest is for hour 2 here.
I will cast Fireball. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah. Oh man. Mage spells. You'll be 4/4. You'll be 5th. I think the Druid Thief will be 4/4, and the Barbarian's 3rd. So I think that's where it works. And then I'll probably have an NPC that's just a clean-up person, just background, maybe a secondary fighter, something like that. We'll see. Just so
you made it sound like a mafia person.
Well, I do it so I can interact with the party. That's instead of interacting through bad guys. So and they always die. They die a lot, right?
Poor Ashrin.
Ashrin, the priest. She's died 3 times now?
I think just 2.
2,
but I could be wrong.
2, yeah. And there's, by the way, in old school, here's what I forgot. 0, you're unconscious. -1,
Ooh, right.
You go down a point around, unless you get hit by a spell or something, until -10, which you're dead. Okay. Someone can bind your wounds or stabilize you basically, or cast a spell on you to heal you, but you're not functioning from -1 to -9 unless you get a special spell called Death's Door, which Matt's character could get if he's 5th. He's 5th. Death's Door brings you back to 0, and then other healing puts you at functioning. So there is that chance. So, but if you go down to the negatives, you're not dead. You're at -8. Someone better get there and bind you up, or you're going to die, right? So that's kind of how that works in old school.
There are no death saving throws. You can't stabilize yourself. You have to rely on other people. So if you go down, try to make sure you don't take a lot of excess damage.
And also, oh man, my brain just went off. Don't you hate when that happens? My brain went off. It went off. So
happened to me 10 times today.
Thank you.
Brain damage.
Thank you all for. I don't know where our guest is. He should have been on, Jason. I sent him a message in Facebook Messenger. Let me check one more time, because we're going to talk about the 6 Gygax magazines on Legends and Lore that came out in the mid 2010s up to 2015.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's about 10 years ago now. Yep.
Yeah, but he has not hopped on. Let me see. I sent him.
Well, we have to go over them one by one, and
yeah, well, we may do that. But I sent him a message, and he was on the wrong thing. Nasty little wounds you got there. Well, that's the thing. And Jason, Jayson, Jason Elliott, who was the editor of Gygax magazine, that Ernie and Luke Gygax came out with, and then due to the lawsuit, they were not able to anymore. We have never gone over them, and we're going to do that tonight on Legends and Lore. But he told me at, maybe he got the times mixed up, 7:50 p.m. EST. See you tonight. That was the last thing he said. So hopefully but Anna and I can do it.
We'll see. Yeah.
So I'll stay on this. So I will be in touch with you both, and you, Korg, especially as you get background over the next 2 days, and then I'll see you like 11:30 a.m. on Saturday with the Zoom login for some final setups, streaming from the basement, playing, and we'll have some fun, and have a great time, and it'll be a challenge, but it'll be fun. So,
hell yeah.
I'm excited.
Good, excellent, and consider this a stepping stone into the everyone. I probably got in the community, I don't know, 40 different people playing in one group or another. And that counts Luke, Todd Stashwick, which you saw that message he sent to me, sent in the Ed Greenwood, Darling, Bones, Eric Mona, Anna, Chuck from Troller Games, a lot of people. So I have characters, and if you can't play again for 3-4 months, no biggie. But maybe sometime down the road we get the group back together. No big deal.
Get the band back together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Anna and I'll take it from here as we start rolling into this Legend Lore discussion. I really appreciate you all coming on tonight and hanging.
Absolutely.
Yes, and No question is silly. Just ask it in Discord.
Yeah.
After we're done tonight, I'll start working on stuff. And,
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
Coco and
I
Cork,
think I'll have more questions once I get my character sheet.
Yeah, you're going to have some questions. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And Robert, thank you for hanging with us, and thank you for all the viewers from Jillian's and Matt's streams that came in as well, that are just hanging and watching us. We really appreciate it. But we'll have a second giveaway. It'll be a classic D&D reprint of, and you guys may want this, especially if you have the Greyhawk map. But this is the 5th edition version, and it's World of Greyhawk Gazetteer revised for 5th edition. This was done by the community, by Troy, and the whole crew. It's a great book, and it's got some wonderful stuff in it. We'll do that and one other item, so we'll do 2 for the winner of that, and we'll do that when we're done here. Probably we'll run till 9:30 tonight, and Anna and I will got it rolling there. So yeah, awesome. See you all soon, and
right.
appreciate you coming on.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one.
you.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye bye.
See you guys.
All right, Anna and I are. Watch this. Oops, wrong button. Chuck, thanks, man. Okay, we're back. I just flipped it on here, put Gygax magazines on here because I don't want to lose all the viewers, because it'll do that if I end it, and there's no reason. I'll just say, because I can chop it if I need to. So we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna copy this, and we're gonna go over here, and so what? And we take this off here, and then just go paste, and we are good to go. Oops, I hit the wrong button. That was we are good to go. What did I do here? We are good to. Oh, wow, I hit the wrong thing. I hit it again. Wow, that didn't work. Wow, I hit the wrong thing. I hit it again. Wow, that's strange. Let me try it one more time. Didn't work. I guess it doesn't work live. I'm just trying to take this, copy, and then we go here. Paste as new source. There we go. Boom. Okay, we're good now.
Okay.
All right, so, Anna.
Yep.
Gygax magazines. We've never talked about them.
No, we haven't, and they came out early. They started just after I moved to California. That's when they were announced, and I jumped on the bandwagon and subscribed and got the PDFs and the first. I think it was the first 4 or something, and then something happened, and I didn't receive the last couple ones. But I managed to get them as PDFs for the show. But there were some issues with the last ones. But I think I have the 4 ones, but they are in my Dragon pile up there somewhere, so I didn't bother to dig them out. So I have the PDFs.
The good thing about it is I have all of them, all the PDFs, so we can discuss.
Yeah, I have all the PDFs too, but I had the first 4 of them in print, but they're somewhere up in my shelves, so I didn't bother to.
Yeah, I think I got the first 4 in print. I don't think the 6th one was a very, very limited print.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I didn't. Number 5 and 6, I didn't get them for some reason. I don't. Yeah, we get into. Hopefully, he will come on and we can discuss in detail the debacle that happened eventually.
Yeah, hopefully everything's okay, because he has not.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I talked to him in response, I don't know, 5-6 hours ago.
Yeah.
So
hopefully he's just forgotten to look at the watch or something. So
or he got the time zones mixed up.
Yeah, might be too.
Yeah. So title's updated. Oh, you're right. Hold on one second there. Thank you so very much for doing that there. Yes. Legends, yep, I will do that right now, because you'll have to go in and out to see the new title. Legends and Lore number 282. Yep, you are absolutely right, Blue Joy. Thank you.
Yeah, I see the right one. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going right here. I'm talking about on Twitch.
Oh, gotcha.
Gygax magazines. Thank you. You only see that if you February 5th, 8 p.m. EST. All right, there we go. We got a classic D&D reprint giveaway there. There we go. Thank you, Blue Jay. You were dead on. I would have forgotten that. I would appreciate that. Cool. All right. So, I was excited when these came out, and I think let me go here. Really excited when they came out. Let's take a look. I'm going to say 2012, 2013. 2013, the first one comes out.
Yeah.
And it is got some unbelievable people involved in it.
Yeah, and also I'm so amazed at how well they managed to follow the Dragon. Meaning, it just looks like Dragon magazine in the best of its years, so to speak. Those years when just before Paizo and up until including the Paizo era, the best years of Dragon magazine in when it comes to the layout and production values. It looks gorgeous. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sending him another message. Time zone wrong. Time zone. Anna and I are on. Okay, I sent him a message. Leave that open. So, of course, you got publishers Jason Elliott, who's we're waiting on, and Ernie and Luke. Contributing editor Tim Kask. I don't know Mary Lindholm or Haneko. But Susan Silver, Jim Wampler's involved. Wolfgang is involved.
Yeah, they have.
So
they
have wow,
cream of the crop when it comes to people who've written for D&D over the years, so to speak.
Definitely a cream of the crop here, and a wonderful assortment and some unbelievable.
And the artists, meaning they had Elmore covers and a bunch of other artists. This one is the cover is the this one is is it
it should say right in the front
cover Still Unlucky, Daniel Horn.
Okay, it's a great cover.
Oh yeah, it's so Dragon magazine style.
Oh yeah,
all of it.
And they try to do that with even the sci-fi stuff in the future ones.
And
show.
all the and I would say the layout, the fonts and stuff. It's perfect match. Dungeon magazine. It's I'm like wow, yeah.
Very impressive, and also
and we have to announce that this was. They called themselves TSR Inc. because TSR Inc. had gone defunct, and Wizard of the Coast have abandoned it, so they could pick up TSR. And this, just so people who follow the saga of TSR, meaning the original TSR, or let's say, there's according to Ian World, they mentioned them. TSR 1, 2, 3, and new TSR, whatever. So we have the original TSR, that was the one started by Gary Gygax and run in Lake Geneva, publisher, and so on. And then we have a new TSR, and that's the one that run by Luke and others to publish Greyhawk magazine. And then we have the other TSR that was then after the magazine got defunct. We had all the debacle with the TSR 3 and new TSR and all that stuff that has nothing to do with Gygax magazine and stuff, just so we're clear, so to speak. So yeah.
And this is the time. So this. How do I say this? I'm getting the itch. This is only 2013. This is not that long ago. Remember,
it's a bit over 10 years ago.
Right, but 2017 is when I finally jumped in to doing stuff. I had the itch back then, and I know they're asking for. I just didn't pull the trigger at that time, but wow, it would have been great to write for this.
Yeah, I just started to work on Southlands and published more on my maps and stuff, and it was before Patreon, but it was still I was getting into the hobby professionally, so to speak. But this was, I just devoured them. They were fun and great, and we also have to remember this was the age when print was still around. Nowadays, it's basically defunct, but meaning the Cobalt Press had the Cobalt Quarterly was still a magazine. You could even get it in print, and hang on a second, Dungeon Dragon magazine was no, I think they already come out with their final print issues a couple of years earlier, so it was magazine was still fresh in memory and still around somewhat when they came out, so to speak.
Tickle cough, sorry.
Yep.
So it's go over some of the articles while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
In the first magazine, I think the first article is really cool because it's the cosmology of role-playing games, where this was the reason that Alyssa Faden started to do her cosmology of role-playing games map that she talked about in one of our cartography shows, and then she made it updated several times, and now it's a huge poster you can, I think, buy. I'm not sure if from Noble Dwarf or somewhere you can buy big prints of it, and it's a gorgeous compilation of all the role-playing games, and I think it started with this article as an illustration.
And she's still adding to it, if I recall.
I think so. Yeah, I think there's like regular. Yeah,
yeah,
there's been at least 2 or 3 or something updates to it with new stuff, more and more stuff.
So, I mean, you talk about Metamorphosis Alpha, which I never played. I played Gamma World, but I never played Metamorphosis Alpha.
Oh, me neither.
But there's so much crossover here. You see, when you think about this, when you had D&D in 74 and then Boot Hill in 75, now you know why you have Merlin and all these other characters that came from Boot Hill, because they're playing all these games together. You know, with the basic and the actually OD&D, because basic doesn't come out till 77. Holmes. So yeah. That's just like, wow.
So in a way, you should read this article, and then you should look at Alyssa's latest version of the map. Would probably be the perfect match for this. Yeah.
Perfect. Cool one. Look, there it is. There's the start of it.
Yep, the first version of it.
And that's actually Alyssa's.
Yep. That was the initial version, and then it grown exponentially bigger with way more. It's really turned to a galaxy, so to speak.
Yeah, more like almost a universe. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's enormous now. Yeah, the latest version I saw at GaryCon last year was fantastic. Yeah,
lots of ads. Still playing after all these years. Tim Cast still has his Curmudgeon in the Cellar podcast too. So it's very good. You know what? Let me leave my phone open to that Facebook Messengers page.
That's good. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I got it right there. My guess is he's probably Central Time, and I told him Eastern. That's my guess.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and good picture Tim. Good old. I mean, this is the kickoff one. So, how many out there? I'm curious. How many viewers have never looked at any of these 6 ever? I mean, even up to counting before I announced this. I'm just saying you've never seen any of this.
I wonder how many. I don't know. That will be interesting. Hopefully, we can get some numbers of how many subscribers they had and so on.
Yeah.
Back then. Yeah.
So. There you go. Cool. That's good to know. Awesome. Yep. I was just curious. All right, so
here we have a wonderful one.
If you know that Leonard was on the show 40 times, past the morning after he was on with us. You know, we all miss him a lot. He was the ultimate curmudgeon. Instead of Lehman's tiny hut, he had to change. He changed it to Lehman's secure shelter, which is another Lehman spell, and he has his article. I think he may have it in every one. So he needs. This is the crazy thing. Now he loves just talking about random stuff, which is always great for Leonard. You're on 2 to 6. That's awesome, Obsidian. But now he's going to go into: is it better to have +1 hit or +1 damage? And he's going to go in a diatribe and like crazy. Like he has an entire table on this whole deal. What makes more sense to have? Which is really just unbelievable that he does that. I don't know what he came up with. Take the +1 damage now and seek a +1 hit and +1 damage soon. So it sounds like he likes damage over hit. So there you go. He did a whole analysis on which is better. Crazy. Yeah. Gotta love Leonard.
Yep.
I've heard of Ronald Corn before.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I have. I think.
Okay.
If Josh was on, I'd say I think he is a Gary Conner. I think. So yeah. So this is a cool Ecology of the Banshee, which is a great. None of these articles like this never appear in Dragon, right? The ecologies did, but not the specific Banshee. Yeah,
exactly. But the cool thing this ties into that because the ecology articles were some of my favorites in the Dragon magazine. So
Yep. Yeah, it wasn't at all. It was a whole. This is like not that long ago. That's the thing. It's crazy.
But it's the spiritual descendant of the Dragon magazine. So yeah.
So I suggest reading through this, and some Banshees will wail to imminent death. These are known as death messengers. There's a lot of cool options in here. Talking about it. So. And man, they got a lot of ads in this first one.
I was just going to say, and they also look like old Dragon
Hyperborea.
ads. Yeah.
All right, here comes Luke. Bridging Generations. Good article. Really good article. Yep. So, awesome.
And then we have Gaming with a Virtual Tabletop, which was not brand new, but fairly new. It hadn't reached mainstream at this time. It was just about to reach mainstream. This is probably the time when Roll20 was just being.
That's what they're talking about. Roll20. Well,
exactly. It was the brand new version. Yeah. There were some tools like RPG tools and others that have been around for a few years, but this is the time when virtual tabletop became a phenomena, so to speak.
Luke is very busy, Brevin. Very busy.
Yeah.
We got a meeting with him next the day after. Why did I schedule a meeting the day after the Super Bowl? Just not too smart. Yep.
Well, I hope I will be back home. I'm leaving, driving my mother to the airport on Monday, but I will be back home by when we have it, I think.
Check this out. Keeping magic magical. I'm assuming the Chariot of Sistar is named after this guy.
Oh, okay. There's a spell.
Yeah, it's a 7th level druid spell.
Cool.
It's a flaming chariot in the sky. Yeah.
My
guess is that he made. So my guess is that this guy had something to do with that spell.
Invented the druid. Ooh.
Oh, is that it? He invented the druid? Is that where it came from? Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thanks, Oleron. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, is he still Oleron? Is he still around? Daniel, is he still alive? Do you know?
Hopefully, yeah.
So, I would love to know that. There's a lot of people that we should get on. Yeah, if I could get him on, and what's it? Harold Wagoner is who did the Thief Rogue. Get them all on at the same time. Do I got that right? Get some of the people who created the original classes on.
Yeah.
So he created the Druid. Did he create the Druid, Daniel? Post OD&D, before AD&D came out, or was it a subclass in OD&D? It was in Dragon. Wow, early Dragon. So it had to have been in Dragon. Strategic Review? No, it was OD&D. Okay, all right. Because I know in Basic it's not even discussed in Holmes. Well, cool.
Yep.
So that's how legendary having this person do an article.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. Really, really neat. Jim Ward.
Yeah, playing it in the science
Imagine
fiction
that.
way.
Talking about Metamorphosis Alpha and probably Starship Warden and other things here.
Yeah.
And we heard live stream how he killed Mordenkainen like 6 times in Starship Warden. And that's when Gary said, you are a... Yeah, here it is. Gary told me, Jim, all those characters have been transported to Starship Warden. He saw the look in my eye, and I became instantly worried for one of my favorite characters. You can't go back the way you came, he said. The group will have to find some other way to escape the ship. So, and he killed him multiple times, and then that's when Gary called him a Monty Hall DM. And that was the term. That's how Monty Hall term came. That's really cool. And Metamorphosis Alpha never was owned by WotC. I mean, he owned Metamorphosis Alpha. Jim did.
Oh, you mean by TSR or what?
He owns up to his death. He owned Metamorphosis Alpha. So I'm not sure what happened to it on his passing, but
well, hopefully his son knows something, can publish it or do something with it.
That spell that never left his ownership, which is cool. Oh, DMing for your toddler. Cool.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah.
I said, if you look hard enough, everyone, I'm not going to tell you, you can find all these in PDF. If you know where to look. So, just so you're aware. I think I DM'd for my son first time when he was 8. You know, I think that was it. DTRPG. So, rules of core game. Make it easy. Nice. He's got a lot of base stuff here. Make it easy for him. Steve Kenson. I do not know him. Great power for icons. I've known almost every other name to this point. Yep. Yeah, Crimson Hawk was promised to be published, but not sure what. Yeah, so, Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, but on was it Wayne's channel? They were running Crimson Hawk for a couple years with Jim playing in it, right? Live stream. That was Crimson Hawk, correct? I'm almost positive that's for that. Was it? Yeah. Was it? Am I got the name right? Was it Walt? It was Walt. Walt's the name of the person. Yeah. Walt Robillard, is that correct? Started as Greyhawk, but it merged into Crimson Hawk. Okay. So I'm trying to see what game this is. Icon Supernatural Role-Playing Games. This is for another game system. I don't even know. But changing. Okay. Well, I appreciate you being here and answering. Wow, that's cool. Really cool. Alrighty. I don't know anything about this one. The Future of Tabletop Gaming. Ethan Gilsdorf. Another name does not catch me.
Yeah, but this is interesting. Since this is written a bit over 10 years ago, I would love to read it again now to see how much was right or wrong and then think about this. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is the time just before when D&D, what they call D&D Next, that will become D&D 5e, was just on the threshold, so to speak. So, yeah.
See if I got a synopsis here. Huh. At times I worry D&D taught me so much. Do video games also teach the same? Oh, he's talking about video games eating away. Well, we're showing that it's not. So I guess, yeah, final thought. To keep Dungeons and Dragons alive and kicking, adult gamers need to pass its magic on to the next generation. Agreed. So that's happening.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But we also have to remember back 15, 20 years ago, they were so afraid that video games will eat role-playing games completely and World of Warcraft and others. And now we have a renaissance and of tabletop again. So, yeah.
Look, I loved World of Warcraft in 2004, but I will never go back to World of Warcraft. I mean D&D.
I might play some not World of Warcraft. I was never into it. I played it a few times, but I didn't like the cartoony style that much. But
I wish
there might come a game. Yeah, there might come a game where I might want to play a few hours a week, but so far none.
I miss playing. I'll be honest with everyone. I miss playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. I loved that game. That game, MMO, was awesome. Yeah. It had single player capability in it. Storylines were great, but I just don't have the time between real life work, family, a teenage son, writing, streaming 4 times a week most weeks. So Gemstone, no graphics on that one. No, that's all right. I remember Gemstone. What was the one that was on the PET, the Commodore PET? There was a computer game that was on the PET right before Wizardry came out, and it was it's gonna drive me crazy now what it was.
Yeah.
The name of it, but it was run on the Commodore PET. Can't go back to WoW after what they did with it. Yeah, it was D&D. It was a D&D style game.
Fantasy Ultima. Yeah.
No, not Ultima. Nope. It was before Ultima. It wasn't Oubliette. Jeez, it's going to drive me nuts. I even saw an ad for it somewhere. No, not Zork. I know Zork. Let me think about it. But it was in the style of dungeon crawling. It was like a Bard's Tale with no graphics. Although it did show some dungeon stuff. You know how Wizardry showed like green screen stuff? It kind of had pictures, but More now. None of those. None of those. I will find it. It's going to drive me. Yep. Nope, not King's Quest. King's Quest is straight. That was not an RP. That was more of a fan. That was more of a like Leisure Suit Larry. It was just with King instead. All right, D&D Pass now and next. Michael,
I was just going to say that's probably about the new edition coming out. Yeah, since it was called D&D Next was the working like the code name for it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they just called it D&D, and then it became D&D 5th edition. Yeah.
Thanks for all the guesses, though. I appreciate it, but it wasn't any of those. No, it wasn't. No. Man, it's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah, we have to.
It will drive me crazy.
You remember it tonight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was but it was early. It was super early, and the pet was a piece of junk, right? But, man, I mean, so I got my son a Commodore 64 for Christmas, right? An old retro.
It looks so cool to see it.
He's got 4 of the gold box games. He's got all the Bard's Tales. I mean, the Bard's Tale for that and Wasteland for that are like some of the best games to this day. I would go back and play Wasteland all over again. It was so good. I mean,
it's like Diablo, they remastered.
The first Diablo was awesome too.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, they have the old ones remastered with better graphics and stuff. They're great.
So what are we talking about here? I see you mentioned a Frank. By the way, you all know Frank Mentzer's coming on a week from Sunday, right? So we're going to have Frank Mentzer on the 16th, and we're going to have the Prelude show for the fundraiser on Monday night, the 17th. Because that's the night he picked is the night I normally do the Prelude. I'm not going to bump Frank now that I've gotten him after all these years. So, yeah, there were some great games for the Commodore. So Frank Mentzer's basic version 21 level play juice master set. Epic. All right. So it's just talking about, this is all talking about where the game is going.
Yeah. Which is really cool now to read in hindsight. Now when we know what actually happened, so I definitely want to go back and read all these again because it's Yeah,
and there's some great things in here. There's just like that ecology of the Banshee would be something you could actually use for your game.
Yep.
All right, look at this. We got an adventure.
Yeah.
Why do I know Michael Curtis? It's not Curtis Cable. Michael Curtis. Nat Damp, a sanctuary in the swamp.
Sounds like one of these little cool places you can put in your campaign
Let's see
somewhere.
what system. We'll figure out if it's.
I'm sure it's AD&D or.
Here we go.
It doesn't seem to have that many stat blocks and stuff, so it's.
It's just here we go. It's a generic location. It looks like.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
And they just refer to characters and monsters by class and level and type.
Which is good, so you can use it.
Yeah,
exactly. They got adventure seeds here, too.
Yeah, so you can basically use it with any version of D&D or adjacent games like Pathfinder or whatever.
Let me see if it's a recommended if you want a place in the beginning. Let me check that out.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah.
Let me check. Is system neutral format allowing for use a number of different game systems?
Yeah.
Nope. Small Swamp Village doesn't say.
But now we should find a place in Greyhawk and put it there. Yep.
Yeah. Well, if I were to do that, if it's near a swamp, so this is what. Well, I'm really getting. I'm getting blasphemous in my old age. So, because here I'm gonna get you all mad at me. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here in a second. Give me 1 second here, and we're gonna do something. And you're like, okay, here we go. All right, so because I loved it so much, and it's not used in this area, right here, and go in almost to this road will be. And as I already said to Anne, next time we do a major update on mine, we haven't done one in like 2 years. I'm putting the Mirror of Dead Men in there from the Dungeon Adventures. Last one was Eric Boyd did it, and that is, I don't care if it's Forgotten Realms. I loved using it. So we're going to put a swamp in there that's actually getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Why not? There's nothing there. Not affecting anything, and it'll be near Gratzel. It'll be cool. So I'm going to put that in there, and we could put Nat Damp on the edge of that. Or you could put it over in off of the whole marshes somewhere over here. You know, I could put it in a lot of different areas, but yeah, that's where I want to put my Mirror of Dead Men. And it's only like 15 miles deep, so Anna, that's like a slither, right? It's like, it's not that deep. So all right, cool. Just so you're aware. No one says, "Oh, Jay, that's your whole collection's right." Yeah, man, the discs are cool. All right, the New Warrens, the Cobalt's Cavern, Wolfgang. So this is oh, he does. They already did. Is Cobalt Quarterly still going on?
No, they ended it.
He talks about that here.
Yeah, so they ended it somewhere around 2015 or 16
so
or something
right
like that.
Ended,
I have all these issues too, so I can go in and find out. So give me a second here.
You liked it? See, Brevin liked it. There you go. That was a good spot, wasn't it? Makes total sense to me. There's nothing in my campaign there, so I'm not hurting anything.
Yeah.
I ran it. I may go back to it. It had some like they had those rings of whatever Merkel or whatever it was. And I just turned them into rings in a roll. It's perfect. It was great.
Yeah, Cobalt Quarterly came out in 23 issues, and the latest one was 2012, fall 2012. So it was roughly when, yeah.
Yeah, 20. All right, it's 23 issues.
Yep.
He got some good things in here. Some of these I've heard of before. The Cloak of the Wolf, though, that's could be just ironic, and he just called it the same thing. There's a rapier, magical rapier. I love rapiers. So there's some good stuff in here. Some good things.
I would say Cobalt Quarterly came out from summer 2007 to fall
so it was early.
2013. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Age of Great Inventions. This article introduces the inventor talent to the adventure game engine system Age. I do not know anything about Age as anyone. I've never heard of it. Although I did see it on Alyssa's map, I think.
Yeah.
All right, look at this. So we got a Pathfinder one in here. Scaling combat feats for Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Man, this is a big magazine. It's funny to see these Pathfinder ones.
Well, you have to realize that this is during the fourth era of D&D 4th edition, but Pathfinder was actually as big as 4th edition, some ways even bigger. So and that was also the continuation of 3rd edition. So Pathfinder had really good numbers back then. And also role-playing games in general were way less popular than they are today. So, yeah.
How Tim Cass got started. Look at that ad. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Terry Kuntz, Rob Kuntz's older brother, and Tim Cass already had a cameo in Jim Levy's Gen Con report. Wow. I think the rest is ads. All right. I swear to God, we had a guest, and it's the editor. I've been taught. I don't know. Maybe something happened, so maybe got something confused. Oh, look at that! They had a What's New back. Oh,
yeah.
Phil and Dixie are back. We're back for a bit. Oh man.
Oh, and they had another. My favorite comes the next page. Yeah.
Order of the Stick.
Oh, Order of the Stick were fantastic.
Who did it?
Rick Burlew.
Wow. Stick at giantitp.com. I've never seen Order of Stick before.
Oh, you haven't? They are fantastic. They were a phenomena back then. I stopped doing them, I think. So yeah, it was fantastic. So Order of the Stick were wonderful. They were so cool.
I did not know about that.
You should go back and someone should come up with a collection of all the Order of the Sticks because they were fantastic. The big paladin with the big sword and they were awesome.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll read through.
Is Order of the Stick still going?
Well, let's take a look at giantitp.com. Let's go there real quick.
They're still going.
Wait, I spelled it wrong.
Uh-oh.
I spelled it wrong.
Yeah. It's scary to do that on live show.
Yeah, I know. I could have gone. You're right. I like to live dangerously. There it is. This is 2024, a post from 11/29/24. So yeah, looks like it's still going pretty active here.
Cool.
Good
now
deal.
I need to bookmark it and catch up on my
Let me do that.
Catch up on my Order of the Stick, because I remember they were fantastic. And he also covered a lot of Pathfinder, but he was kind of 3rd edition Pathfinder, D&D. And I think there was there was the confusion between Pathfinder and D&D 4th edition and stuff. So yeah.
I loved Wormy too, and it just never finished wording. It just stopped, which is a shame. So there you go. All right. So 1 down.
Yeah, they are still going around. Wonderful.
I got a schedule to go to 9:30, everyone, just so you're aware. So we go number 45. Go half hour later than normal. Hoping that he figures, the time was wrong. So you had a Wormy story. Yeah, it is. I loved Wormy. Oh, look, Castles and Crusades. Role-playing game. Join the fray. Still back then. Dwarven Forge game tiles. I used to use that a lot, and then it just... All right, let's see who we got in this. My gosh, look at how many articles are in this thing. Holy jeez.
Oh, yeah, you're now on the 2nd. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who's
they
the
were
cover
really
art?
jam-packed. Yeah.
Who's the cover art in this one?
That must be an easily.
You think it's easily? It looks it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Where does it say that? Does it say it over here?
Yep, easily. Bottom. Cover by Jeff Easley.
Okay. Yep. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, I just heard in Chuck's voice too, Sparky. It's like, yes, join the fray. All right.
Yeah.
Here's the
and
editorial.
Dwarven Forge game tile ad and
yeah.
And it's cool. This is where Luke presented Shentofi and Okarim.
Oh, it's right here. Wow.
They are presented in here. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it went that far back. Because I have these, I just didn't delve into them too much.
I read them when they came out, and I haven't read them since. So now it's time to read them again.
It's huge and it's super expensive. And look, I love Dwarven Forge. I still use it here and there. I got a ton of it. But the way for our battles, which we do with multiple characters, and the scale of miniatures has gone from 25 to 28 heroic or 30 even. They don't fit. A lot of the creatures just don't. You got to have huge rooms.
But they are awesome
nice
to look at if they're done right. Wow, they're fantastic. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tactics and Samurai Battles by Tim Kask.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2019, he went to Chupacabra and all right. So that's the last note, Harley, of him anywhere. I mean, I always will do research and find people. So, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's 6 years ago. So, interesting.
Then we have another. I need to read this one again. The evolution from wargaming to role-playing games, because when I read it back then, I hadn't read enough D&D history to appreciate it properly. But now I have studied, devoured several of the books, and I have one more lined up here that I haven't read.
You're talking about Jeff Perrin in here.
This one I haven't devoured yet.
50 years of Dungeons, right?
Yeah, this is like the 3rd or the 4th of these books. Ben Riggs' books and the official big 50 tome. I've read through them, so now I need to have this one, and this is by let's see here. This is MIT Press by Marcus Carter, Jose Zagal, and Premet Sidhu. So yeah. So this is another one of these academic looks at the history of D&D. Yep.
did they make this? Put all the little folios into this big core rule book? Does anyone know? Because I'd love to get that.
Yeah, there's so much cool Traveler stuff come out through the years.
Yeah, but I don't want Mega Traveler. I want the original Traveler. Is that what that is? Does anyone know if you can answer that?
Yeah, I think there is a bunch of Moon Goose. There's like, what is it, 4 or 5 different 6 editions or iterations of Traveler. So I kind of lost, and I stopped playing Traveler after a few years, so I've kind of lost sight of it. But I haven't since I played it for a bit, and
it looks like they're amenable to a lot of other role-playing systems, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, this is more like a
that's great.
Complete tabletop role-playing game. It's not a D&D magazine. It's like the old school, the old Dragon magazine was open for everything back in the day too.
And see what's he's talking about here, Leonard. When I looked at the reference back to Dragon 31, mentioned death, I realized it was not my current thinking of the topic at all. Here comes the death is related to Constitution. The higher the con, the longer a person might hold up before dying. So here comes more. Here comes more Len math. Giving blows a chance to be dead. These are all percent chances of dying. Oh my God, Len! Holy jeez!
Wow. Yep.
Oh, that's so awesome. Good old Leonard.
He's put more effort into this than the original designers when they designed the original rules. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Great artwork of someone who's dying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like some sort of crab dude, spider dude over there, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
That's funny. What kind of person?
Yeah.
Clinging to consciousness. Good for Len making this up.
And this is before he got sick or got cancer or anything. So these were his last.
Hey, I can appreciate what he went through now, Anna.
I can understand. Yeah.
So far so good. Forgotten Grimoire and its Curse, the Search for the Earth versions of Dungeons and Dragons. John Peterson. Oh, this is John Peterson who's written those books, and I know that he's taking.
Exactly.
I know he's in a huge fight right now. Rob Kuntz, huge on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
because he just put out something and Rob hated it. So.
Well, the thing is that if John Peterson writes something, it's usually very well. He sources things and he doesn't write things lightly. So I wouldn't pick a fight on him over who said what back in the day, because if there's someone who done his research right, he is the guy. So yeah.
I'm just stating that's what's going on right now. So.
Oh yeah, but it was like when I read the thick tome, meaning we're talking 2 pages out of 500.
Right.
500. Simply glorifying all of D&D's development, and there's 2 pages saying in the beginning saying what was bad, and I think that's very reasonable. So yeah.
All right.
But the problem is that there might be some people who only read those 2 pages and not read the rest of the
right,
so,
and they take it out of context.
Exactly. So I think it was right from John Peterson to put that in there because it was actually written. It was part of the sources. So
that's right. He called Rob that kid. And there was a kid from the neighborhood, and Rob went crazy. You're right, Brevin. Rob went crazy.
Yeah, that might be.
I'm just a kid. Oh yeah. Got it. You're right, but I don't want to get into it. I see. I always Rob's stuff pops up on Twitter all the time, and he's picking a lot of fights. So for one geek dinner and etiquette for guide for gamers, cool.
Yep.
And that's good. That's a good article to have.
That's good. Yep.
You want to all get along. Dark Sword Miniatures. Man, love Dark Sword Miniatures. Love them. In fact, that miniature right there, that's one of, we have that in our campaign. That is Bill's Ranger, one of his Rangers. That miniature right there. That miniature we have as well. We have a couple of those that we use. They were like, he broke off from Reaper and he did start doing his own custom sculpts. He got all the Game of Thrones sculpts, really high end stuff, all metal. I don't think they do plastic still. I think it's, but I love Dark Sword. In fact, to tell you a little secret, when we first were looking for sponsors, we went to Dark Sword first, not Reaper, and they said that we don't do that, and then I went to Reaper.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah. Building a winning spellbook at Mage Wars. Don't know what Mage Wars is.
It was a game of some sort.
Twitter is X now, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Dark Sword, Dale. Dark Sword makes some unbelievably detailed miniatures. They're not cheap, but they're worth it. Reaper's awesome too. Reaper's awesome. They're both awesome. But Dark Sword is more custom stuff. Mage War is a card game. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it, but I never played it or hardly know anything about it, or I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
Cool pick. Oh, that's a Goodman Games article ad. Cool.
Yeah.
Ken St. Andre. I've heard that name. Mage Wars
Yes.
of Steve Jackson. Yeah, is a card.
Yeah.
Ordinary characters in fantastic worlds. Heroes, kings, and champions. Cool. Yep. Awesome. There's one of my sponsors right there. Miniature Building Authority. Ad. Cool. First sponsor, as a matter of fact, I ever had. The old school Renaissance. Well, let's not say it's a Renaissance. Let's just say for some of us, it's always been there.
Oh yeah, but OSR, we have to remember this is when OSR became a phenomena in the wider TTRPG, meaning old school got a comeback. So yeah.
Oh, Ken St. Andre is the author of Tunnels and Trolls. I did not know that. So he's British. Because Tunnels and Trolls was like out early when D&D was out, and it was actually competing with it early on during the during Holmes Basic. I remember I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I remember seeing it back in the mid '80s.
I wish I had bought that box set when I had saw it. I wonder how much that thing's worth now. The Tunnels and Trolls box set. Holy jeez! I'm checking.
Too lighthearted for me, so that's why I never got into it much. I played it a few times because other people had it, but at conventions. But that was about it. Yeah.
I don't know Revalgix. I don't know on that. He not British, but Tunnels and Trolls
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Flying Buffalo is his company. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are teaching me something. Look at Prof.
They had a cool box set back in the day. Yeah.
All right, so you're talking about Matthew Finch in here, which was Matthew was at this point. Was he working for Frog God at this point still? When did the first Ostrich book come out? Anyone know? I don't know. The question to that would be absolutely Grodog. Flying Buffalo was Rick Loomis. Okay, thank you there, Daniel. You would know that. All right.
I think it's been out for at least 10 years.
Well, the Roll for Initiative podcast started in... Wow.
Because I met... I met Alan first time when I moved here, 2010, I think it was 2011. 2011. He was down in LA for a short little convention with some of his friends. So that's when I met him the first time. And we never barely talked because we ended up in different tables. He ran on one table and I played on the other table, but we actually met back then. And I think he talked about Osric back then. But I'm not sure if it was published or not. But he had a binder, if I remember correctly. But Alan can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But he had a binder with a lot of the printouts and stuff.
Did you do the maps in this?
Not that one.
Okay.
That is, that was the one that exactly. It was the maps from that one that I updated a few years later. Yeah.
Here comes the Hyperborea guy, Jeffrey Talanian. Weird vibrations lead the familiar realms of fantasy to strange new lands.
Yep.
Was he thinking ahead here? Hyperboreas didn't come out this early, right? So I guess he was into the sci-fi scene, it looks like. Ostrich 2.0 was 2008. Got it. Web, Spearbot, Flying Buffalo.
Oh, then it was already out long ago. Yep.
Okay. So there you go. The Incubus, a devious new monster for the Savage Worlds. I know some people have... I remember Will was doing Savage Worlds on... because I know it's on Fantasy Grounds, right? They got it. And he was actually streaming some Savage Worlds games. I don't know much about Savage Worlds. But I know it exists still to this day.
Oh, yeah, it's big. It's come out in several editions.
Right, okay.
Yep.
I don't know much about it, though.
I played a couple of times Savage World. It's a cool system. Yep.
Daniel, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. sorry that our guest is not on. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, literally, I was talking to him a few hours ago, so I don't know.
Savage World was the first system I played that had exploding dice. So when you max out, you can just roll more dice. So damage and stuff can go through the roof.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it looks like Ulcrum is right here. First time.
Yeah.
Blighted Lands.
Yeah, this is where I read about it and heard about it the first time. So yeah.
Deadlands it's cream of the crop. Yeah, I know a lot of people do the Deadlands, do the Wild West stuff, right? That's what Deadlands is. Ooh, cool. Let's see what we got here. Any maps or anything?
Yeah, there's later on there's some.
Oshric goes back to 2006. I did not know that.
Yeah, me neither. So yeah.
Got some creatures in here.
That's when I was deep into 3rd edition Pathfinder. Yeah. 2006. That was 3rd edition era for me. Yeah.
2006 is is 3rd edition. It's not Pathfinder yet. It's 3E.
No, Pathfinder came out 2009. Yeah, I think, 2009.
It's Paizohawk era.
Yeah, exactly. So that was deep 3rd edition era for me.
Oh, so
I see Pathfinder. Yeah,
who did this? I'm sorry, it's okay. Who did this map?
I'm not sure. There have been some really cool cartography for us in 2FE.
It's not a bad map at all.
No, and it's great. Yeah. It's too bad it's just a little sliver, and then you have the setting map after that. That looks really, really cool.
Stefan, it's not Stefan Picorni, is it?
I'm sure it is Stefan Picorni.
Wow.
Yep.
That one, that's Stefan.
He has an art degree or art.
Yeah, I know.
And stuff, so,
wow, I didn't know he did maps.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen some maps he done that are amazing. Yeah. That was a documentary I watched on Amazon about Dwarvenite or a Dwarven Forge, the creation of Dwarven Forge, and he showed some art in there that was amazing.
So here we go. The Hare and the Hill Giant, Daleland's Adventure for the One Ring. I know that was a big game too. Now I have War of the Ring, and it's on my back wall back there. That's an unpunched copy. I love that game, and of course Tim and his dad got me in on it to get into that because it had a mixture of characters that you could play, the group or Saruman or whatever, and wars, and it was a mix. It was a hybrid between RPG and wargaming, which is awesome. But on the One Ring, I never played. Anyone played a One Ring out there?
Nope.
Dragger 2006 was 1E, 2E for me too, Super Science.
Really cool illustrations of the giants here. I like them.
That's funny.
They all come with, they look like giant version of orcs with big, like the Warhammer orcs were popular at the time. So you get these big
2006
tusks.
was right in the middle of Living Greyhawk, Brevin. It was right there. Living City was before that, wasn't it? I thought Living City was 90s, late 90s. And then Living Greyhawk was 2001 to 2008.
Yeah. Yep. So super science in fantasy games. Yeah.
A lot of, they really have, it's all right. No problem, man. No biggie. Oh, cool. Dueling Through Age. Here's another run of this Age system. Rodrigo Garcia Carmona.
I never played it, but
no.
The books looked cool, but I've never played it, so I don't know how if the rules are.
I think this era is, people are so frustrated with 4th edition. As fifth is about to come out, and they're just like, you know what, I'm going to try other stuff.
Yeah, that was an age where a lot of
I think that's
so many cool stuff coming out, and my guess is that we are heading into a similar era now when D&D might be a little bit less. It still will be the biggest game by far, but I think that will be time again for various cool games around different games. So
a lot of color ads.
13th Age was a new game back then.
Yeah, it's still got a following.
Oh yeah, I got a second edition too, and it's a great game.
Yeah.
I played it twice, and it's awesome.
There's the end of Len's article back here. He's probably pissed it got split.
Yeah. And Kickstarters, they were new back then.
Yeah.
That was the early days of Kickstarter. It's on page 63. So yeah, they mentioned Kickstarters, which were a fairly new thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Now Kickstarter could name article.
Yeah.
There's Savage Worlds. I have the second edition for the One Ring. I tried really hard to keep the vibe. It focused pretty hard on RP and there to play. Combat isn't really focused on it. I still love MERP. I mean, I just like Fuzz said, man, those MERP books, you feel immersed in it. And I always said that if I was going to, and this is going to sound like what do you call it's going on now, the TV show, right, with Galadriel and stuff. I love this. I would have loved running a Second Age game, and Lord of the Rings, when Angmar was active and all, and Numenor before Numenor fell. That would be awesome. That would have been the time for me to, if I was going to run a game in Middle Earth, it would be Second Age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So full frontal nerdity.
Oh yeah, this is so they really tie into Dragon Magazine with these awesome comics and stuff at the end. I just wish they had the Gygax Mirth, like Dragon Mirth, the page with funny pictures and stuff with memes. Yeah. Or an Order of the Stick again.
Yeah, I don't think they're available for sale, Varel, because of the lawsuit and all that. I don't think they.
Yeah, they disappeared. Were taken away.
Yeah. So,
they disappeared. Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do. There you go. Computer program I never heard of. Edge of Empire's come up twice. It's like I believe it's a miniature and dice game.
But that was Star Wars was big as a role-playing game back then.
Big. Yeah. I think we're only gonna get through number 3, and that's good because if I can get Jason back on in the future, then we'll go through over 4 through 6 in the future, and see what happened to him tonight. And I apologize for him not coming on. I don't know what happened, so. He has not sent me a message back yet, so I don't know what's happening. All right, so hopefully I didn't tell him the wrong date. No, I got it right on there. I got Wednesday, February 5th at 8. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I didn't make a mistake somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I would hate to. It would hate to be my fault. It doesn't look like I did. All right, so like I said, really cool. I love the sci-fi covers,
And there were a lot of Dragon magazines that had very similar sci-fi covers too. A lot of them had general sci-fi covers that weren't tied into any particular sci-fi game. They were just
Clyde Caldwell
sci-fi
cover.
Games.
Yeah, had some big names, man, doing these.
I think he passed away. That was
that was Trampier.
Exactly, yeah, Trampier, and also. My
JAYSON, Jason Elliott was supposed to be on. He's the editor right here.
Yeah.
I had him all lined up to come on. So I had talked to him, I don't know, at noon today. Hopefully everything's okay.
Oh, this was a good one. Stop Space Amoeba. That's
yeah, well, it came right out of a Star Trek, an original Star Trek. Yep, there it is. I thought so. Soul Surrender Federation Commander, which I never played. I love Starfleet Battles. In fact, I played that through high school in addition to D&D. That was our second. Let me think about this. We either played D&D, Aftermath with Tim, or Starfleet Battles. There were our 3 big games. They were the 3 that I played back then. And I stopped playing Starfleet Battles probably 84, 85. Yeah, but I love Starfleet Battles. So this kind of looks like a Starfleet Battles setup, but it's I don't know if it's connected to it. Federation Commander's an RP version of it, but yeah, that'd be cool. Here's another Kickstarter. That looks like Campaign Cartographer.
I think it might be. Hang on a second here.
Blackworm.com maps. No. Nope. All right. DCC, Dungeon Crawl Classics. That is 3rd edition from Goodman, right? Yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
Dungeon Crawl Classic. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know when they started coming out, but they've
started out. They started out in the 2000s.
Yeah,
they were on those D20, all the D20 stuff that came
exactly.
out. They were another one.
Yeah, because I started hearing about them just before I moved here, so 2003, 4, or something like that. Yeah.
Rune Priest, a new class for that.
And they were
cool.
Yeah.
The Air Lancer, player character class for AD&D. Oh, it's by Jason. All right, well, we'll go back and talk to him about that if he does come on in the future that he wrote this article. Looks like... Just see something. First edition.
This looks very like an old school class. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got illusion spells. All right, that's cool. Mm-hmm. So I stay away from aerial combat early on, as you know, or why, like the winged folk that are in Best of Dragon Volume 3, Al-Karak Elam,
I use it to torture the players with.
Right, well, that's okay. That's okay with stuff flying above, like gargoyles and stuff. But having a player character, it the scouting on that is just like crazy.
It's no biggie. They will run into so much problems too. So
you got other stuff flying around going after them. I got it.
Oh, that's one thing, and also they can't carry that much, and the weather is bad, and all sorts of stuff can happen. So fiddle around with the wings when you don't fly. It's a problem too.
Thanks, Von Mokel, for doing that. Hopefully they're still relevant. Artifacts to impart ancient lore. Michael Curtis. There's Michael Curtis.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, I need to read this again. Yeah. Great illustrations too in there.
Yeah, that's a good. Janet Alicio, 2013. That's a real good picture.
Yeah. And even if you can't use these artifacts right away, they might still inspire you, so you can make versions of them.
That's cool, Dragger here. I just I stay away from it. I mean, if you cast a fly spell or have a broom flying or whatever, that's fine. But natural flying is tough.
Yeah, I haven't
for the PCs.
Yeah, I've had a few times when they've had flying natural, but not that much.
Okay, Master Mariner, Tim Kask.
Yeah.
The Pirates constructible strategy game. So is that based? I'm assuming it's based on Microprose's Pirates, which is a great game going way back. I loved Pirates.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool tables here. So yeah.
So I guess they had a game that added into it. Yeah, what a great game that was. If you were good, you could always capture a ship of the line early, and then you just blast the crap out of everyone else. With all the guns you had on it, yeah, that was the thing. You could hijack a ship of the line. Yep, that was a good game for its time. Another company that's long gone that wish was around Microprose, man. I have Darklands still back there, man. What a game! I mean, it was filled with glitches.
Microprose have returned.
Oh, they did.
Oh yeah, they returned. They come out with new games because they did a whole bunch of cool flight sims back in the day, and they're coming out with new stuff. So cool. Microprose is returned, and they seem to be doing. I haven't gotten any of the new games yet, but they seem to be cool. They have some flight sims for VR that looks really cool coming. So yeah. Oh, I think we have cat issues, or no. Oh, there you go. He's finding some stuff here. So yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, Dale. Same thing here.
What did you get?
This. If you could get this thing to run, man, it was so glitchy and all. I think there's like 15 discs in here. Like the Darkland discs. But if you could get this game to run, man, what a great game. Here, I even have the clue book for it. But it was high roll heroic role playing adventures in medieval Germany. It was alchemy was huge in this. There was no magic. It was all alchemy based. It was great.
But it seems like the microprose of today that has come back seems to be focused on simulation and strategy games only, as far as I've seen. I get their newsletters and stuff because but so far I've only seen those. But you never know. They might bring back some of their old titles. We'll see. Yeah.
Dale, you probably had. Let me guess. You had a Trident video card with half a K, whatever that is, not enough, and you had to get a 386 and then get the Trident with the full meg or whatever it was of RAM on it, right? Or you had to go with those early the Voodoo 3D FXs. Remember those?
Oh yeah,
you got the 2D and the 3D together.
The Voodoo 2.
You could actually that was the interlace. The first time you could do interlacing.
Oh yeah, you had to put a cable between your monitor, and you hear when it clicked over to the 3D.
Your computer almost blew up because it couldn't. There was not enough fans in it for that. But
it was.
But you could have really good graphics for its time. 3D FX was ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, I ran flight sims on using Voodoo FX. That was the survival in the 90s. Yeah. And early, about 2095 to 2000, something like that. I think they were around. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked. That's when I was at Electronics Boutique as an area manager before. That was 19. I would say 92. 92. I think it was 92. Yeah. Really getting into stuff like that. I would. Nuffle. Cool. This is blood. They got Blood Bowl stuff in here, and no, I'm not putting Blood Bowl into my Greyhawk that was talked about on Sunday night. It's not happening. So, even though Greyhawk Mike did in his, but no, I'm not doing it. So, it's a great game, but it's not a Greyhawk game. It's a Warhammer fantasy role play game. Yeah, I did too, Dragger, back in the day, but then when I got
I still do. I can see my latest one. Yeah, my latest one. I built that one myself too. So yeah. I bought all the parts in one spot, but I had it built. Yeah.
Orvalgics. They're juggers from the Blood of Heroes movie instead. If some of you get that joke. For me, I have a love with Alienwares, and I wait till a refurb goes on sale with all the high-end tech on it, and I buy that.
TPS report. I love your Nick. It's awesome. that is so cool. Yeah.
How to split up the party. How to split up the party. I do it every adventure, so I don't need to read this. I split the party. I get the party split every time. It's easy to do.
But I think that became a thing for Wizard of the Coast. Made it don't split the party.
Yes.
Was there.
All right. They all died at the International Space Station.
Uh-oh.
Metamorphosis Alpha by Jim Ward. Of course, he kills everyone.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And they have a weapon class, armor class table that looks like even Gary Gygax himself would have gotten some thoughts about that one. Yeah.
That's cool.
Comes on the next page.
I never played Metamorphosis Alpha once.
Me neither. But that table get me like either goosebumps or
it's old school
or horror. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is old school.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, was it good? I mean, I'm assuming, and somehow Jim Ward kept the rights to it, which is awesome. I know that he was always talking about that he still, that was one thing that did not get, that he always owned from day one, and TSR didn't own it, and then therefore WotC didn't own it. So, yep. Yeah, it's a fairly long adventure. Okay, there's John Peterson again, the Hobby Shot Dungeon.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So he's talking about early days in Lake Geneva. Well, we hear all these stories. I mean, every time I'm at GaryCon and Ed's sitting there and we're drinking and it's almost 2:00 in the morning or whatever, Ed starts talking about when it was the Playboy Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is great. So I love hearing those stories. So, oh look, the Complete Strategist in Manhattan. Well, yeah, I there was one in Philly, and there's still one in King of Prussia, PA. Huh. He gets right off the bat, right? Yep. He's just talking about people that may meet there. Huh. Cool. Memorial Tomb. Huh. Wasn't this the one that the Kickstarter was bad on, and then Trollord bailed out Ernie? Is that what that was? I thought.
I don't. That might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So. Oh, really? Complete Strategist? Yeah, I know there's two. There's either 2 or 3 left, or maybe one in Boston. There's still the one in downtown Manhattan, and there's the one in King of Prussia, PA. Which literally is 10 minutes away from where Paige was. So if we wanted to do a side trek, we could go to a Complete Strategist there and get some good stuff. So the Memorial Tomb, I'm almost positive. All right, so this is Adventure Characters level 1 to 3. Yep, Gary Gygax and Ben Westport. Look at that old map. Hand drawn. Fill the pages. That was always it. I'm filling every single page, every single square I can on my graph paper. And that's why I got these huge dungeons. You just filled the graph paper up. There we go. All right. I know that the Kickstarter actually went forward. Huh. Cool. Well, there's an adventure here someone can run and put it in there any D&D location they want, I guess. Greyhawk. Huh. Almost a hut guy in D&D there. That's funny. He's playing chess with this guy. That's hysterical. That is hysterical. Cool, man. Order 13th. Here's a 13th Age thing. Order of the Knights in. I don't know Brian LeBerge. Order of the Knights Incorporeal. Huh. Anyone play 13th Age?
I played it a couple of times. That's it. It's cool. It's nice. Close to it. It's definitely has a lot of D&D roots. So yeah.
Savage Charms and Monstrous Fetishes. Ben McFarland. That's another name I recognize. I just don't know where I place it. Huh. Incantations. Oh, they got some love in here at least. Oh, Gary Con 6. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. But they still had the wizard from the.
Look, Frank was here, not just at Page anymore. There he is. Frank was there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Jeez, how things have changed. The Afterword on Memorial Tomb. Eldritch Enterprises. This is Chris Clark, Tim Cass, Renser, and Ward. Huh. What happened to this company? You got Clark, Cass, Menser, and Ward together.
Yeah, they were talking. I don't know what. Yeah. Maybe they just stopped publishing.
That's a Revolgix, which is fine. I mean, that's the great thing about this, and this is only a decade ago.
We can ask. We
can
Frank Menser. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can ask Frank.
Yeah.
All right, put that in your to-do question list here. We saw this in the Gygax magazine. Here's a Space Amoeba. That was an interesting one with the original Star Trek, where it killed the entire Vulcan ship, and they had to go destroy it. All right, so there you go, Michael. Michael knows everything. Good to see you, Michael. Sales were low because it was generic. I can see why. People don't want generic. Yep, I can see why. Kids Adventure Maximus. I don't even remember that. Here's Full Frontal Nerdity again. It's a long comic.
Mm-hmm.
And Order of the Stick.
Yep.
Firefly role playing. Nathan Fillion. He's on the Rookie now. She was just on the last episode of 911 Lone Star with Rob Lowe. I forget her name. She was also on Cleopatra 2525. That was the first one I ever saw her in. And she was on Buffy, too. No, it was Angel, not Buffy. Well, so was Nathan Fillion. He was on Angel. But he's on Buffy. Gina Torres. That's it. Good job, Delano. Thank you. Suits, too. A lot of stuff. Yep. So, all right. So it's 9:23, and we're going to close at 9:30. So I'll reach back out to him. We got 3 more we can go over. It's kind of we'll do a part 1, part 2.
Yep.
All right. That sound good. So we got Gygax 4, which is the chess drawing one. 5, which is really
looks
cool.
So damn cool.
6 is the one that was actually was done in the first 120. It's a takeoff of that picture where the elf is hiding. Yeah, so really cool stuff. Questions from the audience? Firefly's okay. Well, we know that Jason Vey did and Brandon did a lot of work for Buffy, the Buffy role playing game. So you hear there's going to be a new Buffy, Vampire Slayer?
I think I saw some. Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to be like older, and she's probably going to be like the one putting the new Buffy or whoever it is on the missions. Spike was my man. I love Spike. So, any recommended Gygax issues, new showrunners? I would just go right to number 1. I just go to number 1 and get that one and delve into it. See if there's anything you like in it. That's what I would do. Yeah, thanks. You know, so the only apologies to those who came on at 7, and I know you sat through that, but hopefully you got some good information about how I do setups for brand new players, trying to get more people in the community, more streamers. But like I said, it came together in 2 days. I was trying to get a date I could play with them through to GaryCon, and the only Saturday it worked was this upcoming Saturday. And I said I was planning on not doing anything, but let's do it. And so I literally put that together on Monday, 2 days, everything. And so I had to rush to get 2 other. I got Coco and Korg to 4. So we get a game together and just I was only comfortable. I have to be comfortable completely with a someone who's a streamer or another personality before I am gonna have them play my game. I just am going to. So that's why it came together quick. I mean, it takes me weeks to set up a new play group, and that's what happened. So yep. So just to explain to myself here. So yeah, but we went an extra half hour, which is cool, and thank you for all the support out there. So we're gonna do. If you don't have treasures, you're gonna get it because I got so many of them. But if you have it already, then I can give you other options, which will include. What do I got here? I got Mark Lands, or Scarlet Brotherhood. All right. So there you go. You get your options with the Gazetteer, and if you have a Gazetteer too, so that gives you 4 options: Gazetteer, Treasures, Mark Lands, Scarlet Brotherhood. Okay. You get 2, and I'll get that mailed out tomorrow. All right. So anything, Anna? What's going on?
I'm hopefully soon done with the for Cannibal Publishing, and then I have a couple of projects I want to do for GaryCon. So leading up to that, and my top patrons and others will get to see some of it, and I can tell one of them has to do with Earth mapping. And then it's a legend for my digital series. And then also more starting with the print maps and more heraldry. That's the stuff. And a live stream on Friday night.
So, yeah, we got a lot going. This week is one of the busiest weeks I've had in a long time, just with work, knowing it's Super Bowl party, all sorts of stuff. And I'm taking Saturday off, and then it turns in I got 4 streams again. But like I said, we're not on Sunday. But so let me go and I should have brought this up while I'm babbling here. Let me go to the right subfolder here. Give me 1 second.
can
I'm babbling.
Post my Patreon link where
please
you
do.
can look at the
Please do.
I'm
babbling too
the
much.
new maps, GIS-based maps, and there's more coming. So yeah, more serious. But now I want to dig into some other stuff. So yeah.
All right. That's that. Let me just bring this up, get that done, and then. All right. So tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because I'm so busy, I kind of cheesed it a bit on terrain. So the picture here is actually an earlier picture. Let me bring this up. So what's going to happen is this. My guys are like, you know what? We haven't played high level in a long time. I'm like, all right. So I got this idea. And you can see here's the Red Knight Citadel that we did during the my 3-year partner stream with Ed. And it got invaded by some demons and stuff. Well, something happened that has not been 100% dealt with. So I allowed them to go open Knight of Ulick characters up to 13th. Everyone's got one character, except for Bill, who's main character. Victor, it's his keep. So you're gonna see at least 3 characters you've never seen before ever played. Now you've heard the names. So I got Elaine Winchester, the NPC. She's a dual class Paladin Cavalier / Mage. Boyd, Deep Gnome, Illusionist, Cleric Illusionist, and Alan's playing Arcturus as Archer Cleric. Tom's playing Tom the Vindicator. You've seen him before. So we got these really hardcore characters. I'm like, it's just going to be a hack fest, everyone. It's a Gamescape 3D giveaway. So it's called Deep Cleansing. Instead of the original was about cleansing, this is Deep Cleansing. Don't expect much RP. It's just going to be a fun hack. I was like, my guys, this is all I can do because I got to reset the terrain up for this Saturday game now, and I'm like, I can't do multi-weeker. It's just like it's too much. And I'm like, no problem. Have you seen the insides of this piece? Are awesome. It's completely playable on all 4 levels. I mean, it's beautiful in there, and so we're gonna utilize that again. All right, just TBK. You never know, Lord. For these characters are so kick-ass, though. I guarantee you, unless I get real lucky, they're gonna kick the shit out of me. It's just gonna happen. Yeah. It's going to be just a fun game. We'll have Gamescape 3D and then another giveaway of some sort if you don't have a 3D printer. That Deep Cleansing, that's tomorrow night. And then Saturday at noon, Desperate Assistance. We'll have at least 4 PCs in on this. So odds for a 5th, but we'll have. So we got a Mage Thief, especially Priest of Ouija, a Barbarian, female human Barbarian, and a Halfling Druid Thief. So it'll be a fun group. And we put them all together tonight. And I'll start getting them all done after I get off here and make sure my son's asleep, my wife's crashing and all. And that is from 12 to 4. That's noon to 4 on Saturday. Okay. I think I may go over a little bit, and that's why I moved it up a little bit, because 4 o'clock works way better than me going late on at 5 o'clock. And then there's no gabbing on Sunday. It's a Super Bowl, sorry. And my team's in it. So we may do something Monday. I don't have a topic yet. Worry about that later on. But a week from Sunday is Frank Menser. And that's the week before the fundraiser. So we got him on. It'll be great. I want to know about Temple of Mental Evil. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know about that. And I also want to know about his the Egg of the Phoenix series, too. Those are 2 questions I have. But there's going to be a lot of other questions. So, and that'll be what's going on until we get into the fundraiser stuff. I will have all the schedules out for the fundraiser. Cool, Michael. I will. I should have that all together coming up. I still have a big hole that I think Trollord's going to try and fill, and that's Friday night. I don't have a stream for Friday night. So I think Chuck's going to try and run that off of Steven running 2 to 6, and then Chuck running right after that 6 on. I got it, Michael. No problem. But Friday night's my whole. Everything else is filled, except late night stuff, which is okay. So, but yeah, everything else is filled, which is good. We got some really cool new streams. Marquis in, Orc Skulls in. So we got some new people in this year, and I know Rob's doing multiples, so it'll be a good one. All right, see who wins this 2 giveaway items. Exclamation point drawing, please. Like I said, you can win both times. It's a separate stream. So just note, if Greg and Sparky, you can win a second time. Yeah, it was Sparky and Justinius. Yep.
Yeah, and thank you, Jacoboom. That's wonderful. Thank you for great. You come here and you like when we sit and babble. But
yeah, babbling's fun.
Yep.
And just relax, getting through. Yep. We're gonna raid into Stronghold. I hopefully Tim's feelings weren't hurt because he wasn't asked to be in this new low-level game. I just didn't have time. It's too much rustling around. This one, Chris, DM Chris. All right, Chris, let me know what I've sent you. I don't remember. I do not remember what I've sent you. So, and I think you're on. So let me know. All right. I see you in chat. So, and let's raid into, and like I said, Gamescape 3D compilation STL 3D prints tomorrow, and then another one where it is So just let me know, man, in chat. Just whisper me, whisper Discord, whichever one you want to do. I don't know if you've gotten this in a previous one. If you haven't, then take this, and you got Treasures if you haven't. And I got Scarlet Brotherhood and Marklands. You just tell me which 2 of the 4. All right? So, Brotherhood. All right, so Scarlet Brotherhood in this. Got it. All right? If I didn't send that to you already. I can't keep track of everything, so. But Scarlet Brotherhood at least. All right, cool. All right, gotcha. All right, it'll go out, man. All right, so. Stronghold, Anna, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully it was cool hanging out with the youngsters there in the game I was setting up to a little bit. They're all nice. I think I'm going to have a really fun group there. So I think they're shocked at a 45-year campaign a little bit, too. I think because, they've been playing some of them for 8 years or whatever. I think 2,500 characters. So, it is what it is. See you all tomorrow night. Yep. And like I said, don't put much sense into what I'm going to do tomorrow night, so it's going to be mindless. So that was like a double shot. That's what it was. It was 2 shows in one. I was going to stop and redo it, but there was no point in doing that. So I didn't want to keep everyone in. So we're good. What button am I hitting here, Anna? This one. All right. Okay. See ya. Yep. Thank you very much. All right, going into Stronghold. Alrighty. Cool. Nice number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow night. Thank you. Okay, let me shut this off. Awesome.